What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Shoot. I am Jesse. Joining me as always, James. James, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's going on, man? We got the podcast going on, got the Dodger game, man. I'm hyped up, and it's almost DLC time. But that's not the topic we're going with today.
No, that's not the topic we're going with today. But when does that DLC come out again?
I think it's a week or two before Thanksgiving. Let me double check.
Okay, I might be out of town when that drops.
That comes out
16th. I'm going to Wisconsin, so I probably won't even be here when that WCW one drops. But yeah, man, listen, if you're just now clicking into the podcast, if you don't normally listen to the podcast, drop a comment and let us know if you are buying WWE 2K25 when it comes out. That is the topic today.
13th. Sorry to cut you off.
13th.
Okay.
I will be here on the 13th. But yeah, that's the topic today, man. I've seen a lot of comments in a lot of my videos stating that fans are just done with WWE. They're done with the 2K games. They're done with the same rinse and repeat game every single year that it comes out. I've heard it in the Discord. I've heard it in, tons of videos. You wouldn't even believe how many times I get this comment, man, from people that aren't normal, are normal viewers on this channel. So if you are a new viewer and you're tuning into the podcast because the title caught your attention, that is the topic that we are talking about today. We're going to talk about some WWE news later on too, as well. A lot of news surrounding WWE. Wrestlemania tickets dropped. We're going to talk about that. But for the most part, we're going to talk about WWE 2K25 and people's interests and if they are still there or not. Because this year for WWE 2K24, we got a new edition of Persona cards. And we've talked about this week in, week out, how impossible these things are to get unless you're really spending money. I have been spending money. I've not been shy on saying that. I've spent a lot of money on this game to get Persona cards. I have every Persona card that I've wanted in this game. And quite frankly, there's no satisfaction to it. I mean, I thought that I would feel better not having the locked question marks in my game, just that FOMO going on, the fear of missing out. And I do like a lot of the personas that are released. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, you kind of feel like these personas are just things that could have been in the game from release, things that we used to have in games. I got this video coming out that I'm working on currently, and it's going to dive into a lot of the good features that we used to have in wrestling video games and what we just don't have today and how wrestling video games are perceived today. Mainly about microtransactions. A lot of the stuff is DLC. A lot of the stuff is, stuff that you can now buy in MyFaction. But a lot of the stuff that we are getting in DLC and a lot of the stuff that we've gotten in MyFaction are things that just used to be in your game, James. Like this is stuff that we used to have. Like, it was surprise little features that you can unlock. Like, oh, sweet, we got, CM Punk with This Fire Still Burns. They gave us a throwback. Stone Cold Steve Austin is a good example. This year we got the Stone Cold with two themes, right? Like we got the Disturbed theme because of the WrestleMania 17, right? WrestleMania 17 theme that he came out with. So that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about, is like this stuff used to be in the game, but now we're getting charged for it. And quite frankly, none of the modes work in 2K24. Like nothing is playable. I know you probably don't know this because I don't think I've talked about it with you, but I've been playing MyGM, right? And MyGM, I thought was at the beginning of the year, my prediction was MyGM was going to be the mode to look out for this year. MyGM was going to be that mode that kept me going. MyGM is the same trash that it was last year. I've been playing it. I've been trying to get into it. It's rough. It's rough, man. Like the restrictions in MyGM are very frustrating, and I get it. It takes some strategy and stuff, but I still feel like I can't book a card the way I would like to book a card. And it's kind of rough, man. So that's the question I'm posing today to our audience. You know what I mean? Like WWE 2K25, we are 4 months away potentially from a release. Now it hasn't been, announced or anything that it's going to be called WWE 2K25. We don't know if they're going back. Like, there's rumors circulating that it could be going back to the SmackDown versus Raw. At least people are throwing concepts out there, which I would love. But a name isn't going to make me buy the game. It's going to be what is in the game at the end of the day. And we're going to hit up this super chat real quick, man. Mr. Alex with the $10 donation, kicking it off, man. I appreciate you. Says on Twitter and on the WWE 2K Discord, one of the biggest complaints is in regards to the creation suite is when it comes to default physiques, people are asking for body morphing to come back. Yes, this is not new.
Not new to anybody.
Yeah, it's not. Everybody has been wanting body morphing back, especially all of our great creators in the community.
Rightfully so.
It's listen, I never thought I would say this, but I might be switching to PC. If I am buying WWE 2K25, I might just go the PC route this next year. I've never been one to promote modding or anything like that, right? Like, because I'm a next maker. So I'm a next maker. I don't promote modding or any of that stuff. But dude, like, seeing the stuff coming out for the mods and people enjoying the game on the PC side, it makes it fun and interesting. And there's just not adding enough stuff into the game to keep the gameplay feeling good. MyFaction is keeping the game going, but MyFaction is, I'm going to come out and say, it's not a fun mode. MyFaction is not a fun mode. It's fun unlocking the cards and ranking up, like, sure. But playing the actual game, it's a spam fest. You're just trying to cheat the computer and get as far as you can in that. So things like Creation Suite, like Mr. Alex is talking about here, the universe mode, man. Like, we've said this. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. The universe mode is trash. It's nothing interesting at all. It's been the same for years. 4 years, dude.
It's just a rinse and recycle.
I think
that's
the
pretty
peak
much
was
it.
19, right? When they added
yes, with the whole dialogue and everything.
Yeah, I think that was the peak, and even that was pretty lame. I know a lot of people want like promos back and stuff, but when you go back and play 19 first, like, and then come talk to me about promos, because the promos on 19 were terrible. None of the promos even made it feel like you were like, have the Undertaker cut a promo on Monday Night Raw for one. Like, go have the Undertaker cut a promo and see the shit that they have him saying. It's not it's not the Undertaker. Like, you don't feel like you're playing as the likeness, right? Like, you don't feel like it's authentic to what the Undertaker would do or say or anything like that. Like, and I get it, one of the first years for promos, but it's just crazy, dude. There's so much missing in this game. So much. Thank you so much for that $10 donation.
Yeah, much appreciated,
Mr. Alex. Lonnie, man, member for 5 months. That is awesome, dude.
Much
Thank you so much,
Lonnie.
Yeah, thank you so much for all the support, dude. What's up? How y'all doing? I'm doing good, man. It's been
doing pretty good. Just to add on with you, like, the whole MyFaction mode. I mean, yeah, I know people could be naysayers and say, well, Jesse's here spending money and contributed to MyFaction. To me, it's kind of like, yeah, he does want those Persona cards. I would like him to. I'm on the opposite side. Of course, I'm not going to spend the money. He will. Now, what he's trying to show in relevance, like he said, yeah, it's, you would think you would have the excitement that, oh, hey, I got this Persona card. Where else are you going to use it? Oh, single player? The online doesn't work. You're required. It's been like this for years. You are required, Xbox, PSN, to have online. They don't surface the online with this game. They have never showcased it. Even back in the THQ games, they never really showcased it.
They did. They did when they had the Royal Rumble online. They made a pretty big deal about it.
Okay, maybe once, maybe twice, but then they shot it, and then it's more so like all fun play. And I understand that. I don't think it's everyone's intention. Like, oh, like I gotta buy it for online. I get it. It's not a Call of Duty, but Community Creations is one of your biggest projects on there. This year it was a disaster because of everything that went on. I know everyone's quote this that this is the greatest game, but there's so many factors.
So
excuse me.
So potentially it is. It is. I'm not even hiding that fact. The gameplay wise, this is the best game that 2K has made. Besides, like, the restrictions on things that you could do with weapons and some of the features that they've taken out, this is the smoothest game, I would say. But they can't get their features to work.
No.
That's the problem. Their creation suite's ass. The universe mode is ass. their servers are non-existent. They don't work
easily so.
Like they're done.
The MyGM mode, like that was a highly requested thing to come back. It's been back for what 2-3 years now, and the restrictions. I get it. You want to make it like realistic, and that's fine. But give me one where I can have an arcade style, a simulation, or just freestyle it. Let me book how it was in 06, 07. You booked anything, and you can get the most random of stars. It didn't matter. This one, I get it. It's strategic. Not everyone's going to sit there and be strategic about it. And I think it's not even the whole like season. It's like a partial season. It's not even the whole thing. It's very one dimension. Another factor with the game, and I get why people are like very on top of it. I'm not sure about 25. Maybe I won't get it. The force play, the forcer play, like with being, oh hey, you want all these other characters? Yeah, you got to play showcase. You're forcing me to play this. Even though I put my hard money of $120, I should already unlock everything. Showcase mode has been blabbered. It's rinse and recycle. It's over and over. Stop with the whole forcer. I don't know what their numbers look like, and I know they can't just be sitting there looking at the numbers and thinking, oh, well, there's a 75-80% rate of people playing showcase mode. Yeah, because I want to play to get everything unlocked. It's a case of FOMO, just like with Persona cards and MyFaction. It's just, where else do I express my MyFaction Persona cards I got? Oh, I can use it on single player, online. You're lucky if you get a match working.
Yeah, it's rough, dude. It's just a rough experience for players. You know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, people are saying, oh, well, stop spending money on the Persona cards. I'm gonna, like, look, trust me when I say that this is a one and done. Like, MyFaction returns next year with the Personas, and it's the same way. You won't see me having any Persona cards. That's just the way it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've experienced, this is my one and done year for MyFaction. I've experienced it. I've seen what they were trying to do, and it's a ripoff. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. You can't enjoy these Personas outside of
the microtransactions. I get it. That's the thing. Almost every game has it nowadays. Every big name title. Honestly, you can show this like Fortnite. What do they have the model of? Okay, they have a season pass where you pay like $10 and you level up and level up and level up and you get this skin. And then once in a while they have these characters. Oh, hey, you can buy this for $5 or $10. They don't even give you that option. They just, the only way you can get it is if you buy this pack and this pack. Give me both options. If I don't want to spend money, go to the criteria of I can play the mode as is and try to get it and get lucky with a pack, or I just buy it and get it done with. There's no fortune of MyFaction.
Just give me the option.
They're giving the fans happy.
Put all these Personas in DLC. That's all I'm gonna say. The Persona idea, it sounded nice until we seen how much they cost. Now it's like, nobody cares about the Personas. Put them in a DLC pack, sell them for $5. Give us the option.
They did that with the Brave pack.
Mr. Alex with another $10 donation, man. I appreciate you. Says, just wanted to add, people on Twitter are also complaining you can't make female wrestlers in 2K24 with toned / muscular and bodybuilder physiques, and the creativity for female wrestlers to be limiting. Yes, that all comes back to just the body morphing stuff in general. So I feel it, man. Thank you so much for that $10 donation, man. It goes a long ways, guys. I appreciate the support, man. 68 people in here. Let's get them likes up. I appreciate everything, man. Like, this is wild, man. Thank you guys for stopping in. Joe Compton with the $4.99 says, for WWE 2K25, give me a fun MyRise and a fun MyGM. Those are the two modes I play. There isn't anything else that catches my attention. Wow. So the MyRise I've been on for a while as well. I just don't like the filler stuff in MyRise. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? Like the filler stuff. Give me the story. Give me the story. Don't make me do all the other side crap that they, the phone missions and, somebody stole my bag, so I got to go beat them up in the locker room or whatever. Like I'm just not a fan of that stuff. But the story mode, and as far as the story comes, I've never really complained about it. I think the women's MyRise this year was a little wonky, and I wasn't really a fan of that stuff, just because like I know wrestling is, predetermined and all that stuff, but I'm still not trying to play like a fantasy style game to where my wrestler turns into The Walking Dead.
I don't know. I mean, you got to learn from 20. How did that DLC go? That was a nightmare. MyRise. I agree with Joe. The MyRise, I didn't play much 23 because of where I was at. I didn't have enough time. I've been playing 20 for the most. And go back to the old routes like 06, 07. Like those are my like the whole season mode. Do not make it. And I just said this again. You're kind of factoring into the story mode is you have to be world champion.
Yeah.
Push it out different scenarios. Hey, I want to be IC champion. Hey, I want to be tag champion. Hell, I want to be a GM. Do something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Wants that world title, bro.
Yeah, but
I want to finish my story.
Come on. Yeah, but change it up. Oh, hey, I have a valet.
I get what you're saying.
Give me something, you know.
I think was it you that brought up? Was it you that brought up like the career mode being a manager? That would be kind of like just an option. You know what I mean? I think is
I get the book matches, you know, something like that. Yeah. Hell, give me the generic one. It was fun back in the day. Hey, you know, somebody got ran over by a car. It's a mystery. I don't care. Give me that instead. This mystic monster crap and going to 3 different four different personas, trying to figure out who the hell are you.
Yeah,
it's like, sure, man. Come on, you know, what was the one? Oh, you had to be this so-called wrestler, the Lock or whatever. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. Joe Compton, man, thank you so much for that $4.99, dude. I appreciate it. Let's chat out this chat, man. MJB in the house. Good to see you, man. Jonathan, what's good? Cube, what's good? Gabe, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Devin, what's good? Everything Pro Wrestling. They went live earlier tonight, man. Go and support them over on Clash of the Podcast and their Dynamite review coming up tomorrow night, right after Dynamite. Easy E, what's good, man? Good to see you. My PWJ, what's good, man? Good to see that you made a live over here. Manuel, what's good? Will WWE 2K24 or WWE 2K25 be on PS5 Pro Enhanced? I'm sure it'll be on the PS5 Pro, but will they put the effort into enhancing the graphics just for that console? Probably not. I don't see that happening, but we'll see, man. Tyler, what's good, man? They should make an N64 No Mercy remastered instead of WWE 2K25. The remastered stuff isn't going to happen because of licenses. If they could put like the current day roster in those games, that would be probably the easiest way to remaster something. But I don't see them taking the time to do that. Yeah, I don't see them doing that though. Brandon, what's good, man? Jesse and James, it's great to be here. It's great to see you, bro. Frodo, what's good, man? See here. MJB, man, I think they should let us demo the games every year, but I think they're afraid to do that because of the community will scold the games and its features being lackluster. Yes. I think you're right.
Yeah, it's the same thing every year. When they do a roster reveal, oh, hey, this model is terrible. Remember how it was when Bailey came out? They trashed it and they fixed it. Oh, but this other model, oh, it's the same one from last year. You know, it's always, of course, they're going to expect certain models to be the same. There's going to be certain models that they did not do so well at. It's expected. And it's not just them. Every game has that.
Yeah. Thomas, what's good, man? Good to see you. Tech, what's up?
What's going on?
Vashan, what's good? It depends on MyFaction, not my cup of tea. And the Pat McAfee pack was an utterly bad pack too. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Nobody enjoyed that Pat McAfee pack.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, what's good, man? Good to see you.
What's going on, Mike?
Let's see here. I'm trying to get everybody in here, man. There's a lot of comments rolling through. Dummy account. Yeah, I'll probably get 2K25, play for a few days, realize it feels like the same as the last 3 games, and then stop playing. That's the calling card for WWE 2K lately, man. Diggs, what's good, man? He says, hey, what's up? It's good to see you over there on Twitch, dude. Usually I only got my my boy over there holding it down on Twitch, but tonight we got somebody else. That's good, man. By the way, speaking of Twitch, I'm going to be gaming over there, other games that are not WWE. If I am gaming WWE stuff, it will be on YouTube, but this is only going to be like wrestling game related over here on the YouTube channel, just because we niche down over here. On Twitch, not really. I'm just having fun over there. So if you guys want to go give us a follow, it's at the Pro Wrestling Shoot over there on Twitch. I'm playing Call of Duty right now. Black Ops 6 I was getting my ass whooped the other day by the no lives that have already like prestiged and stuff within like the first 3 days. It's insane. But that's what I'm playing right now over there on Twitch. And I just got Game Pass again on Xbox, so I'm going to explore some other stuff. I'd seen that they had Skate 3. Kind of want to stream that too, because like, it's old school Xbox 360 game. I love Skate. When Skate 4 comes out, I will be streaming that as well. So if you want to see other games streamed, and if you want to recommend us games to stream over there on Twitch, then just go over there and follow us, man. Like
Backstage Assault.
If it's wrestling, it'll be over here on YouTube. Yeah. Like so Backstage Assault. And I know I announced that I'm going to be doing Backstage Assault over here. Turns out Frodo misread what game he had on the Nintendo 64. He doesn't have Backstage Assault. He has Mayhem. So if you guys want to see Mayhem, I can stream that if you want. But thank God, honestly, like I hated Backstage Assault.
Don't worry,
like,
I'll buy it from right after the stream. I'll send it to his address.
If you send it to me, I'll play it. That's where it's at. Like I'll play it. I'm not even lying. I will play it if somebody sent it to me. But as far as me going out of my way to look for this game, not going to happen. Yeah. So Devin, it's good to see you, man. Do you think we should get an ECW DLC pack, OG ECW originals, like including the famous ECW arenas and pay-per-views? Listen, I do, because I'm an old school wrestling fan. I think we were talking to Conrad earlier in our private chat, right? Like Conrad was saying this. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. He actually mentioned that about the video games. I think that where players are at now, we have such a new fan base to WWE that people just want to see NXT talent. Like they don't really care about
a new
legends.
Generation of fans that just like
and
the current.
I'm going to be honest, man. Those
like generation stuff.
This new generation sucks. I'm gonna go on and say it, dude. Like the people that are digging some of the stuff that WWE is putting on, it blows me away. Like if you like what you like, first of all, like don't let me, bring it down. If you're enjoying it, you're enjoying it. That's all that matters. But it's just crazy some of the hype that I see for like NXT and stuff like that. Like I'm not too big on NXT. I think some of the stuff is dope. Like I watched the highlights of it, but as a show together, like, I don't know. It's like watching TNA Impact to me. Like I cannot watch TNA. Like it's just, I watched Bound for Glory this past weekend. It was brutal. Every time I give this company a chance to watch it, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like
it's JVL.
I just can't get into it, dude. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a big fan, but yes, Devin, I wish that we would get ECW packs and WCW guys and NWA guys and more legends. I will take legends over the current situation in NXT because I don't care too much about the developmental talent because they're still developmental. Like I want to play as the people that I grew up playing as or watching or whatever. Those are the guys that I would like to see in the game more. But
I'll agree with the new generation fans that play the games. Like if you give me somebody new, I'm fine with it. Yes. Don't give me somebody that's already been in the game. I think it's just the ECW guys and whoever else like back in WCW games. I think don't get them that often.
I think like Conrad said that I think we're just old. We're just older, dude. We're an older generation.
Dude, wrestling is phased. I mean, look how much complaining there was when it went from 3 hours to 2 hours. Like there was so many people upset and this and that.
That's wild. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I do not need 3 hours of Monday Night Raw, bro. I don't need it. Like, save me an hour out of my day.
And it's funny because we were at the beginning when they changed the 3. It was cool at the time. I'll admit, at the time, it's like, oh,
but that's when wrestling. That's when WWE was putting on banger Raws, though.
Yeah, now it's like, do you need to showcase everything? Like, not everything needs to be on there. There's 2, maybe 3 segments or even matches. I'm gonna go use the bathroom because I don't care about it. You don't need to put not everyone needs to be on TV. The people complaining about, only 5 matches on the pay-per-view card. Oh, they put 7 this time. Yeah, orders by the prince. Let's not be fooled by this.
Hey, so realistically, like I'm not a fan of like, hey, let's showcase them to showcase them. I'm just not one of those wrestling fans. I'm one of those guys that's like, listen, if you're entertaining, if you've earned your spot on TV, then by all means, put them on TV because they're entertaining. If you are not entertaining, I don't care about your work ethic because at the end of the day, I'm the one that matters. The fan is the one that matters, not the talent. You know what I mean? Like if you're making my show boring, get off here. Like I'd rather have less people showcased on a Monday Night Raw and have story progression than have all these guys showcased and just basically be on in the background. Because that's what it is for me on a 3-hour show, that it's just on in the background and I'm just kind of watching it as I'm walking around doing things in my house or whatever. It's just on.
Watching the baseball game. So it's just so much glazing, like Conrad mentioned in the chat. Yeah, there's so much glazing with everything. And then, of course, I know we always mess with him and other people, like, the aura, the cinema, and I'm not, and look, I get it. They're a bigger production company. They have the money. They have the glitz and glamour. There is things they need to harsh down on. Those WrestleMania tickets and the whole, which I'm not really a fan of this whole thing.
Save the WrestleMania stuff for later because we're definitely going to dive into that. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. Go ahead and get some of these comments real quick.
Yeah, of course. I can see TNA being on DLC. You know, I was gonna say that, but the fact that the report was coming out about TNA wanted AJ involved with TNA, especially in a Hall of Fame induction, they said no. So I don't see it. I think WWE is just gonna bully them around, and they don't see it. I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, I know you watch Bound for Glory, and I know people were like, "Oh, you know, Joe Hendry should have won the title." He's going to WWE. They're not letting him win the title. I think that should have been obvious.
Yeah.
But TNA DLC, yeah, that's not going to happen. TNA will not go for that. They're going to get screwed over on their money contracts. If you can get it, we'll get this percentage. Yeah, you're not going to get squat. Let's
I made a tweet the other day on it. Said WWE's. It says TNA says, yeah, we'll give you all of our top stars to make great moments for Royal Rumble, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever you guys need. And then I put WWE. Best we can do is Wendy Chu. That's all you get.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Oh, dude. But I mean,
guess what? The new generation will eat it up. Like, oh, it's the best thing cooking. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh boy,
crazy. They sold it 3,000. And you look, I'm not knocking the success, like the newfound success of TNA. Like that's great.
So TNA's doing well. I mean, hey, it's a lot better than they've done in recent years.
Yeah.
You know,
like I said,
I blame WWE for doing some of these things?
No, I mean,
are we shocked? Who owned the damn company before?
It's put more spotlight on TNA than I've seen in a few years, a long few years, because TNA has never been that company, right? Like since the Impact Zone, I guess. Like that's like when I used to love TNA. Anyway.
Fox Sports 1, very exclusive. It was alternative. It was different.
So Zay Riders, what's good, man? Good to see you. William, what's good? He says, I love hearing the people complain about MyFaction and say that's where all the attention is for 2K. Anyone who plays MyFaction knows it's a lie. MyFaction is crap. Yeah, no, MyFaction is it's not a player friendly mode at all. It's not. Like that's what I'm telling you. I have played MyFaction more than any mode this year because nothing works. So I've been just on MyFaction. I'm still playing MyFaction right now. Like this is the one and done year for me, man. Like, will I pop on it next year? Probably, but it won't be in the capacity that I'm on it this year. Like, I'll let events rack up. I'll play the live events if I can, right? Like, because I'm not buying packs next year. Like, there's no fucking way
that's the route I went. Like, you had me fire some. I haven't bought nothing since. In your direction, you bought everything to show a point to them as well. I mean, I know you wanted this stuff, but this does just show a point. Like, oh, hey, I spent this amount of dollars in errors packs, and this is what I got, and this is how long it took me to get everything. Is that what you guys want? Is this correct? That shouldn't be the right way to do things for a model that you could have just put for $5, and you could have done it this way. But
Colby says the parking lot attack like Braun and Seth, etc. That should all be in the game. Agree, man. Thomas says I don't play MyFaction because won't ever play as the characters you unlock except as special referee. Also, did this last DLC have new moves? And if it didn't, I won't get it. Yeah, I'm not sure if the last. I'm pretty actually. Yeah, yes,
I think they usually do. I would think
they confirmed it. Brian confirmed.
Great Muto, I would believe, had new moves. So yeah, I don't understand. I'm pretty sure it would.
So there's a lot of new features coming with this next pack. Like it's going to be a good pack, I think. Anyway, it'll be one of the better packs for sure. Devin says for WWE 2K25 we need my era similar to NBA 2K for when you can unlock more characters. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Easy says it's the exact same experience every time. Play Showcase, play My Player feels like the same game every year. Yeah, you're not wrong.
And let me just say this with the whole MyFaction, because it's going to be in the next game. If I see any of these models that were as an indication, oh, well, this is another Persona card, the same one, just carry it over and give me the damn model. Don't make me play for it again. Just stop with that, because you're going to start pissing people off. It's already being a piss fest with people. I get it. The challenges, I don't mind a challenge here and there. That's fine. It gives me something to do for once. But give me some accessibility to buy certain models.
That's the thing, though. Like, I don't mind a challenge here and there, but they're making it to where everything is just not fun to play. Like, that's the thing. Every event that comes out for anything that's worth anything, it's like, dude, this event sucks. You know what I mean? Like, every time. some people will be, like you're one of them that you don't have as tough of a time as others, but some,
yeah,
I'm seeing them play it for weeks on end, and they're like,
no, I
"Yo,
know.
this thing
You
is
know when I
fucking
think
killing
I
me."
remember fans actually enjoyed it. I could be wrong. When they had that whole, you had to fight AJ, they had gauntlet style, and you had to fight AJ, the gold one. I seen
Yeah,
a lot of people play that and enjoy that, and that was
yeah,
challenging. That was
yeah.
more enjoyable, I think, compared to MyFaction.
TNT
Check me,
Evolution.
I can't remember what game that was. I think it was 19 to 20.
What was it?
Can't remember which one. The whole AJ, you had to be like, you had to beat
Yeah,
all
that
of
was
the
that was
gauntlet.
19.
Okay.
Yeah, the $1 million challenge that they rigged and gave
Yeah,
it wasn't even a
that
legit thing.
too. It's like, I'm surprised they didn't do anything with this one. MyFaction, someone glazing all over it. I'm surprised that they didn't just do anything.
TNT Evolution Gaming's welcome to the chat, by the way. The only difference is Fortnite is cosmetics only. You don't gain an advantage spending money. 2K gives you better cards. You're paying for advantages and the better rewards. Yeah, it's.
Oh yeah. I understand that,
It's still not worth it though.
I think it's just more so it's just a skin too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's for only
Here's
MyFaction
the thing too. You're only getting an advantage for these upper tier cards when they release like a proving grounds that doesn't require any, or like the weekly towers, right? Like weekly towers and proving grounds. Those are the only two things. And I guess if you're into the faction wars, which I am not, like
it's a dumpster fire.
James has a lot of stuff unlocked. In fact, that's one thing that James is beating me on in MyFaction is faction wars, because
I got tired of it. I got tired of it after their last update. So
yeah, it's trash. Tech says I got into the MyFaction, the only place to unlock Big Papa Pump, but he can't be modified, which sucks. Yeah, that's another thing too. They're just limiting you with something that you're spending money on more than likely, right?
And
like
I believe it was because of likeness and all that, and the lawsuits and blah 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 blah.
Mike says we should have a way to unlock features like match types, weapons, wrestlers, etc. Yeah, that'd be awesome. W account, says Persona cards are easily worse than some of the THQ DLC, like Sean Batista Rock being WWE 12 DLC when they were all free for years before. Yeah, it's the same, man. Can we just go back to WWE 2K14 days? Gruss, I wish we could, man.
Oh, I agree.
I wish we can go back to SmackDown versus Raw 2011 days.
I wish everything wasn't a microtransaction, but hey, that's the age we live in. I mean, that's going to be the way it is.
Yeah, for sure. Jamie, what's good, man? Persona might replace DLC. What'd you say?
Oh no, he's saying the Persona
might replace DLC in the next 2 years. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and you know what I'm thinking? Well, you're not going to get
game.
I mean, $120, and I have to play for this and this and this. I don't mind it, but Jesus.
All right, we got a lot of comments to catch up on. Jacoby says, hopefully Universe mode gets an overhaul. That's my favorite mode. SmackDown Shut Your Mouth had the greatest season mode.
It was a toss-up between that one and Here Comes the Pain. Those were toss-ups.
A lot of people like the SmackDown 2 season mode that was continuous. So
yeah, I heard that too. Different directions.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get to some people that haven't gotten comments in. Last of my kin, what's good, man? Having a long night at work. I'm here. What's great? Hey, thank you. First of all, for tuning in while you're at work. That's true soldier right
make
there.
Your day go by quick.
That's how I have to tune into Clash of the Podcast every single week, because they're always on like an hour and a half before I get out of work. So I'm always I always got them on in the background.
I try to, fantastic guys, go check them out.
While I'm getting stuff ready for the next day or something.
Circle.
But, yeah. NWO for life, man. Good to see you. Good evening, everyone. See here. Devin says, I agree with you guys. Give us a fun MyRise we can enjoy. Like, give us something good. Like, give us a MyRise when you can be in the old WWE days, or Ruthless Aggression, or play as your favorite stars. Yeah, for sure, man. Easy says, I want to be a vet, not always the new PC NXT bitch ass Rook. And they need to have some aggression in the voice acting. Everyone sounds like that. Yes.
Yes. Get rid of that. Just let the other people talk. I don't need a damn voice.
That right there, like the voice over work sometimes that I hear on like the 2K games, or even the THQ games back in the day. Like when I hear like how they did the voiceover work, I'm like, dude, this is why you'll never be in a movie. Like you can tell some of them got into it, but for the most part, everybody's just like reading line for line, and it's like, ugh, this is terrible, dude.
Disaster. It's just
terrible.
Give me word for word. Let me read it. Welcome back to 99 Raw. I'm Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler here.
Yeah, they should make a game every 2 years. They won't. They should, but they won't.
They're money hungry.
Yeah. Codemaster facts. Hashtag fix universe mode. 100%. My PWJ says, I hope they allow 4-man entrances next year. JCSJ, my dude, what's good, man? Yo, just had to check in, fam. Work been kind of crazy. Yeah, dude. Hit me up in the DMs on Twitter, man. I sent you a DM on Twitter and I sent you an email. Get me back. You must be going through it right now, fam. So let me know. Matthew, what's good, man? Good to see you.
What's up, Matthew?
Supergirl in the house, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you.
Hope you're doing well.
I might get 2K25. Not sure though. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of on the fence. That's what I mean, guys. Let me know in the comments afterwards, like when this stream ends. Let me know if you're going to be picking up WWE 2K25. Just put, I will not be buying 2K25 or I will be buying 2K25. I just want to kind of even the things out. Like, I know that once the hype train starts and they start, promoting the game, a lot of people get easily excited over little features, right? So I want to be wrong on this. But my only expectation out of WWE 2K25 is a couple new match types. For real. I have a feeling we get the same universe mode. I have a feeling that maybe they do a little bit something different with the creation suite, which is great for the creators. I feel like we're going to get the same servers. Like the online's going to suck again. Like once again, hope I'm wrong on all of this. MyGM is probably going to get an update. And Persona cards and MyFaction will get all of the stuff
through the roof.
We'll get a new showcase. We'll get a new MyRise. You know what I mean? And all you can do is really hope for the best. But I don't see any crazy features coming. And once again, I hope I'm wrong. But that's just how I feel right now, man. Fiend's Lantern. It's good. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in the chat. Honestly, should skip 2K25 so 2K understands their fan base doesn't like the direction of the game. Too many people will still buy 2K25 and continue to complain until the next one and the cycle repeats. Yeah, that's the problem. But it's rough, man. Also, they need to add MyFaction rivals. Jake, what's good, man? Welcome to the chat. They should scrap universe mode if the coding is that bad, unless they have a new one in the works. I feel like they're going to take years to get new coding for the universe mode. I don't know how you feel about that, James, but
I would say just scrap it. Just intertwine it with MyGM mode. Just put it in one mode. Just, I don't know. It's just you've had the same coding for this for years. It's been around for a while. Drop it at this point. Why not?
Yeah.
Just drop it. Showcase mode, drop it. Give me a bloodline mode. Something like that.
Something different.
Clearly drops the ball. Different. I don't understand how this company drops the ball with the damn catchphrase. And you don't put creative story in the damn game.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's another thing I do think that we're getting next year. I would almost put money on it that we get creative story next year. I honestly believe that. And that would be the only thing that would intrigue me.
And I'm like, you're too late. I'm like, you guys had the catchphrase with the game, and then you put it in. Well, now and then what? That's going to crap the bed too, and then we're going to be pissed off. It's like,
if they put create a story in the game next year, that's probably what I'm going to be spending most of my time doing. And you'll see a lot of content made on this channel, like year round for create a story. Like I will make a massive series out of that. But I will also be creating my own stories because I loved that mode so much.
Yeah.
Dude. It was
and don't to mention with these streams, like I don't give a rat's ass about the overalls. I don't know how many people tune into that. You butchered them this year very badly, This isn't Madden. This is not NBA. This is a damn wrestling game. I don't care what the overall is. And you still butcher them. There's so many people that are so outdated on their overalls. It's, I know people focus on the whole, like we want this, we want that, Oh, man, it's just microtransactions. I mean, that's the way to do things. It's just...
Yeah. Gruss says WCW Mayhem is underrated. I think so too, man. Back in those days, I actually when that game came out, I was like, "Oh, this is kind of nice." Like, I haven't played it.
Alternative,
I haven't played it in a long time, so it might be ass. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I might play it and have a completely different perspective on it. But I remember playing it as a kid and feeling like that, like, oh, like the spear actually feels like the spear, and this feels like the moves felt like the moves when I was playing it.
It's
And
just
I
so
think
blocky. Yeah.
yeah, it is all blocky. Yep. That's the thing, man. Hello world. Will Undisputed be on the channel anytime soon? So here's the thing with Undisputed. They sent me a copy for the PlayStation, which is out in my living room. So they sent me a copy of that. It is the one that, like, because they asked me which copy I wanted, and I did say PlayStation because that was where I was going to play it on my comfort zone, right? Like on my couch and just chill and play it. If they were to send me a copy on the Xbox, then yes, I would probably stream that. But I could stream it on Twitch from the PlayStation, but I just wouldn't be on camera, wouldn't have good audio. It would just be it would kind of be a mess. I don't know. It's just what it is, man. It is what it is, unfortunately. Like that's kind of where I'm at, man. Joe Compton with the $4.99 donation. I would love an online MyGM that has been asked for since it came back. Yeah, listen, so they teased about it last year and the year before that. I do think that is a possibility this year. Can you play it online though? Will the servers work? That's another thing. Like, how
Is
do
there
we do this?
restrictions? It's, do they focus on the online enough? There's not too much love with the online, you know. I remember what, like you mentioned, the Rumble was the big thing. And I think like even the same year, I think it wouldn't work. It wouldn't function online. And they still have had it and they've had it. And it's, they don't focus on the online too much. They don't. If I'm paying whatever your membership price is, we get updates. Yeah, you get that. Focus on your damn online. And they don't do that. And, I didn't play 23 as much. And my main criteria was, let me see what is going on in community creations. And it worked solid. 23, it worked a lot better than 24.
But I think playing with your friends and stuff, and still, like, there was always that issue of taking a community creations download into a game and it just booting you because it couldn't load the logos or something was wrong with it. It was too much for the server.
Yeah, and they overload it, and if people want, like Joe mentioned, online GM, they have to go with a different server. You got to get something recalibrated. It's so much. You got PC involved, and PC, they know how much PC can do.
Yeah.
I don't think they realize how much goes into it. That your server can't even handle a certain model.
I would love to see the online MyGM. I would love to see an online universe mode happen. That's one thing that I've requested for a long, long time. So I would love to see that make its way to online.
I agree with that.
Work. Like, I
think
that
have
would
two
be a great addition.
guys in WWE that are playing your game, MyGM mode, and they have to do it simultaneously as if it's your friend at your house. They are showing you the direction. Go online GM. That's the way to do it.
Thank you so much for that $4.99, Joe. I appreciate you, man.
Much appreciated.
Hunter, what's good, man? Says the Pro Wrestling Shoot. I just got CM Punk with no hair on a free pack. That's a W, brother.
Yeah, that really is. Those packs suck ass.
Sadly to say, Zay says, but I don't think 2K know what they are doing with this franchise. Hey, Jesse, I know you said people are not going to boycott WWE 2K25, but I think we should. So they should really fix it. Listen, man. If it happens, it happens, but I don't see it happening like that. The fan base is fickle, just like wrestling fans in general, like the IWC, everything. It's just one of those things that we're gonna complain. I'm gonna tell my friend Mark, and by God, we're gonna stop watching.
I mean, no, to the agreement, did it work when the whole status situation came up? Oh, they listened. It took them a while, but it was a hailstorm for them for days. It caught on to some socials everywhere else.
Can I be honest with that situation? I think that the only reason why something actually happened was that it reached bigger accounts. When that hashtag free status happened, I think that it reached bigger accounts to where it was undeniable. If the fan base themselves just kept saying free status, I don't think it would have happened. I don't think
you need a bigger platform, like some big account, even if it hits the news in some fashion. That's how they got their attention. If they see their money dropping, if they see their play time going down, and eventually it got the people to listen, and they got people to tone down, but then they put their foot down and said, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. So it's like, you can have this, but hey, your mods, we're not doing so. Now, I don't know how particular they're going to be on the mods, I mean, and if they come out in the statement and say, well, if you want your servers to work, you got to get rid of this and these mods and blah, 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 blah. if they really want to prevent all this, but I know they're about the money, is if you ever want to reconsider and get rid of PC so you don't have this issue. Will they ever do it? No, because that's what makes the game going is the PC, and it's money for them in their pocket. Yeah.
And there would be no status without
It's not
PC,
hard. Just work with these guys. I'm not saying everything they do is,
they should hire some great.
They should 100%. Yeah, they should. Yeah, no, they should. Now, some of them, I agree. Some of them do it a little too much, where you can't do this and that. And I get it. There's some sort of
there's great people in the modding community that should have absolutely have a job with WWE 2K working on these games. I will say that for sure. So TNT Evolution Gaming says, finally happy to have time to watch y'all live. Y'all are awesome. Hey, I appreciate that, man. And listen, 85 people in here, man. I appreciate you guys. Make sure to like this video and help us reach more people.
The word.
This is insane to me. Like 85 people. That's crazy. Like that's so awesome, man. Like you have no idea how much we appreciate that. I know, like, you probably been, like, all of you have probably been into bigger streams where they have thousands of people, but to us, like 85 people,
hey, that's a blessing to us all. And hearing our opinions compared to you guys, like we love it, because it's not just our opinions. We want to hear your guys' opinions and what you think, and your fixes. Hey, I mean, you guys are part of the community just like we are. So
you're the voice, man. That's why I created this channel. The Pro Wrestling Shoot channel was created for fans just like me, who are all of you, who have a voice and opinion, and I want those opinions to be showcased on our videos, on our lives, everything, because I have friends in this industry that are making these games. You know what I mean? And I know that they will peep over here to see some of these ideas. That is my hopes every single time. I send Brian my videos every time I make a video, so he knows. Like, he knows what's up. So when you guys put comments down, they see this stuff. Whether or not they are allowed to incorporate some of this stuff, that's not really on the devs all the time. That's the corporation of 2K that tells them yes or no, but it is what it is, man. Christina, what's good? A Symbol posted a new video today. It's a Q&A, and one of the questions was, will they have #1 contender matches where commentators can acknowledge the contenders? First of all, shout out to A Symbol, man. I haven't talked to Matt in quite some time, man. I kind of been slacking, like staying in touch with people, but yeah, shout out to Matt, dude. I hope so. Like, that's one of those things. #1 contender matches. It's something you see on TV. It's something that I've preached about on making my videos. If it's on TV, it needs to be in these games, at least represented in some form or fashion. And #1 contenders matches are 100% something that you see on a weekly basis on TV. So how do you feel about that, James? How do you feel about #1?
That's a big thing in wrestling. #1 contender matches. I mean, we have one for the tag titles. We are all about the qualities of life, and I mean, I've instituted about being a tag rope in matches. Certain things, like I just played the other day, and just rolling from one side of the ring to the other. Not every damn wrestler does that. Stop with that.
Spoiler alert. That tag rope thing that you were talking about. I totally stole your idea. That's definitely in one of the videos coming up for JCSJ. Just a spoiler.
It's incorporating.
I did not give you credit.
It's incorporating. But
hey, just know anything that's coming from me, like, James is a part of this team. So we talk about this.
I can tell you this right now.
I just put it out.
Hunter will be in the gorilla area on every SmackDown and Raw. They'll show him backstage. They'll show it when you do an entrance backstage. They'll do something like that. And the gameplay will do this and that. And then,
yeah, shout out to Dap, man. $5 donation. If 2K stopped focusing so much on one mode, MyFaction, and microtransactions, and focus more on gameplay mirroring the actual product, would be nice. Yes, that's what we're talking about right now, Dap.
You know what gets me talking about this game? It's MyFaction. It's just eventually, once this less DLC goes out, you might be lucky, and this game will be good maybe through December if they put improving against, and then that's it. It's trash.
Yeah,
you already cut down the servers for 24. I don't know, or 23. I don't remember when. I think it's like December, and then that's it.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Dap. Thank you so much for that $5 donation, bro. I'm going to try to get to as many comments as possible, because I know that you guys are probably getting impatient. Millie says, hopefully we get more depth in WWE 2K25. For example, open challenge matches, #1 contenders matches. Yes, I agree. Bobcat
Squash
Lewis.
matches. Yep.
Yes. Yo, squash matches are a real thing in my faction, brother. I don't know what you're talking
about. No, it is.
I get squashed on a daily. It's ridiculous. Put a gold card or a bronze card up against a Galaxy Opal, one finisher. It's one and dunsies. Yeah. Bobcat Lewis, what's good, man? I hope everything's well with you. It says, hope everyone is doing well tonight. I'm going to skip down to some people that haven't gotten in the comment yet. What innovation can be added? Montaigne, first of all, good to see you, brother. What innovation can be added to wrestling at this point? I don't want to use that M word because I don't know if that's allowed. Might be derogatory. Animals, nothing new to do at this point. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean,
light bulb, they'll put ref camera, special referee. There you go. There's your one idea. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Ali, what's good? Welcome to the
third-person viewage of a match.
I hope we get qualifying matches for pay-per-views in universe mode. Yeah, it's like number one contenders. I'm with that too. I really hope
just change. They're going to scrap it. If I were them, just scrap it. Call it WWE World. Do something like that. Re-scrap it.
Jay Nitro, man, good to see you. I hope that the AI gets improved for 2K25. It's hard to play a good match when every AI controlled wrestler does the same moves. They constantly Irish whip and do carry attacks onto the ropes and corner. Yes, it's annoying. And personally, this year, right before the AI got messed up, because the AI was better at one point, and they were actually pretty good and fun to watch. I was running like AI simulations and doing videos of them and like recreating some matches that we've gotten in the past. And so I really enjoyed doing that. And then once they released that patch that screwed the AI up, that was all out the door. Like the AI was then no longer fun to watch. So yeah, I hope you're right. I hope that is what happens in WWE 2K25.
Yeah, it's been a disaster.
Yeah, it's tough. It's so easy to reverse the AI now too, because you just expect an Irish whip at this point. It's
very one dimension. It's the same thing. Oh, I'm going to pick you up for a heavy carry, throw you in the corner, whatever. It's to the side ropes, it's to the corner. It's the same crap. They're tag matches. They are dumb as hell. You just knock one off the ropes, they're already stunned. Get rid of the stun factor needs to go away too. That's just yeesh.
I hate the stun feature so much, dude.
It's a disaster.
Joseph says create a story is a must. Allow us to create story in GM and universe. First of all, Joseph, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you stopping in, man. Yes, create a story is a must. That's where I'm at, man. Is that Leona or Liana? I'm sorry if I butchered that, but 2K20. Yeah, 2K25 better be as good as 2K14 and 2K19. Yes, bring back them wrestle mechanics. Bring back wrestling. Make wrestling a factor in these wrestling games again. Like that's
make wrestling games great again.
Oh, geez. Yeah, no, dude, we are like a week away. It's not the right time.
It's for wrestling. Calm down.
We'll get people in like a whole different mindset in here. Like this is not what we're going for. So Hub, what's good, man? Hub Wrestling Weekly. Follow him, subscribe to his channel over on Hubbard Wrestling Weekly over here on YouTube. You'll see us from time to time over there on Hub Wrestling Weekly talking WWE pay-per-views, predictions, reactions, whatever it is. Whenever we're invited, it's always a blessing to go over on his channel. He's also a part of Clash of the Podcast every Monday at 6:05 Eastern Standard Time over on Everything Pro Wrestling's channel. Go and check them out. My favorite wrestling podcast, man. Great discussions, great guys, great chat to be a part of. It's a lot of fun over there, man. So if you're bored talking wrestling video games and you want to talk actual pro wrestling, those are the guys to go and do it with, man. They're fun. They're a fun channel. Go and check them out. So what's good, Jesse and James? God bless you both. Keep up the great work on this awesome channel. We appreciate that, Hubs. Thank you so much, brother. See here. Dummy account, says MyFaction is a money-friendly mode. Yes, very money-friendly. DR, what's good? Welcome to the chat. I wonder if they will add Big Papa Pump in 2K25. They didn't add him in 2K24 until the
if they don't add him, you guys are a bunch of. I'm just gonna keep my words to myself. But I mean, this is where I'm saying, like, if this was a Persona card in 24, that sure as hell better be in the game for 25 included. Not you got to pay this. No bullcrap. Just add it in there. You had no problems with it.
I agree.
Just add them in. If I'm playing or whatever Persona cards I got from there, might transfer them over then. That's fine. Let me keep what I got that I busted my ass that paid my money worth with. I would think you would be in the same direction. Or just put them in. Just put them in.
Roger Pace says, hi, Jesse. Even though you don't like TNA, I still rock with you. It's okay. I appreciate that, brother. Listen, man, like I said, I'm never a person to come on here and tell people to like what I like, right? Like what you like. Like if you rock with TNA, man, rock with TNA, brother. Like I like AEW. Obviously, they're not the most popular right now, but AEW is still like my go-to promotion for wrestling. Like I can't wait to possibly go to All In. I'm trying to talk James and Conrad and whoever else I can get on this party train to take a flight out to Texas next year so we can go enjoy some All In, since WrestleMania cost a mortgage to go to. So it's all good, man. Yeah, like
but
what you like, man. I'm
2-day
glad you rock with
extravaganza, once in a lifetime.
Listen, man, I'm glad you rock with TNA. Like seriously, we need people to like more wrestling. As long as you're watching something that's not just WWE, rock with it, man. Like there's so much stuff out there. Like go and support that stuff, dude, before we don't have it anymore. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Joe Compton with the $4.99 donation. I would love an online MyGM that has been asked for since it came back. Oh, I just hit the wrong.
That was the one earlier.
Oh, my bad, Joe. Sorry, Joe. We're gonna skip you, bro.
I think
DAP with the $2 donation. Fixed Community Creations. Dang it, no logo limits. DAP has been going crazy over in our Discord, man.
Yes, the logo limits. I mean,
he is mad about this like community creation shit, dude. I'm telling you, man. Thank you so much for that $2.99 donation, man. Doc Hollow with the $4.99 donation. Sup, my guys. I have a lot to say about WWE 2K25, but I just here to show some love to the channel. No, say what you got to say, Doc. Say what you got to say, brother. I'll read it out.
You guys are the voice. Seriously.
I'm trying to get to everybody, man. I know
voice
I'm taking
your
forever,
frustrations.
Yeah, for sure, man. Say what you got to say. I appreciate all the love, man. Thank you so much for the donations, guys. You guys are amazing. You have no idea. Like words can't explain like what that does for us over here at the channel, dude. That's incredible to us. Tech says drop showcase and keep my GM. Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm with it. Trying to get some people I missed over here. I know I skipped a whole bunch. Dang.
Much appreciated, you guys.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of comments, man. I think this is the one I was at. Black Rock, what's good, man? Good to see you. It says, I think there's way too many of the same wrestlers, especially when it comes to Persona cards. Yes. Do you feel like the women are kind of lacking in everything this year? Like when it comes to cards?
I mean, just like
same
you said,
women all the time, even just for like every card.
There's not that many. Like the women in my faction, you can see that the frustration. There's not that many women cards in the game in general. There's been one Persona card in it, maybe two, I think. The Rhea Ripley one, and Becky Lynch. That's it. Not many women legends in there. I mean, you see it on TV. They just they had Dawn Marie come into the ECW NXT show. They don't get enough love either. It's very male dominated with the games. Let's see if different factors come up. But I mean, I'm not saying there's a good amount of women wrestlers that have made contributions to wrestling that are not even in the game. But yeah, it's very one dimension. It's very male dominated for sure.
Keep an eye on that private chat for you, James. Shayna says, MyRise has some repetitive cutscenes that could possibly be integrated, into universe mode, like the backstage pre-brawl cutscene. Yes, absolutely. That's what I mean. Like universe mode is just lacking this. I don't know, man. Here Comes the Pain, and games before that and after is way better. You can unlock items and not have to spend real money. Yes, that unfortunately that's just like where we're going with gaming, and I hate to even say that. Like I hate that comes out my mouth. But I feel you.
Yeah.
It's
you remember those WWE shop cash zone craps? Yeah, it's coming out of your wallet now. It ain't coming out of the virtual one in the game.
The Glorious Era says, I mean, the only reason I like the games is because of my series, but would love for them to use the console storage for the game storage, images, etc. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, everybody likes these games for a different one reason or the other, right? Like that's just where we're at. But yeah, it is what it is. But Sean says fighting
super chat when you go off.
Yeah, I see it. Fighting 3 takers was a nightmare. It was basically a handicap match. Every time I beat up one taker, the other 2 was tag team. Yeah, I feel it, man. Super chat.
Yeah, that needs to go away as well.
Yeah. Super chat from DAP. Thank you so much, brother, for the $5 donation. In the main roster, I want more wrestlers. I don't need 5 John Cena's, 4 Undertakers, etc. I miss them adding these attires, because that's what they are, right? Or models into attires. Like, just put them into the attires.
Put them into the same slot.
Scroll you don't need through 50 Undertakers. Like, I don't need to do that. Like, just give me one Undertaker and let me scroll through his attires. That also works better for the universe mode. So, like, if you're, or even create a story, if you're trying to like do a creative story, like, you don't have to put two different models into this story integrated into it. You just have to change his attire. Like, that's where it's at, man. Like, telling you, I don't know.
Do you really see me playing MyGM? Oh, hey, this guy got Undertaker 17. Oh, but this one, the other brand drafted Undertaker 19.
Yeah.
Just put it in the same damn thing. I get it. There's issues like, oh, well, this might have this different theme song. You guys can find some coding for that. I know damn well you guys can.
Yeah, it's rough, man. It really is rough, but I wish they would change it. For sure.
Yeah. Like the best example I can think of, like the Bray Wyatt one. They had the Eater of World Bray Wyatt like on a different one. People are trying to figure out. You don't even have the right song in the game for him from the Wyatt family. You know, it was frustrating. Where the hell is this one? Oh, he's under this one. Well, why is he under that? Just put it under one.
Yep. 100%, man. Thank you so much for that $5 donation, Dap. I appreciate you, brother. Jay Nitro says, I got the Booker T 01 in last year's MyFaction, and now I have to try getting him again this year. I believe that reappearing personas should be in the base game the following year, or be easier to obtain. I agree, 100%.
Okay. I did not know he was in MyFaction. Of course, we didn't play it as much.
I know I didn't play it at all last year, so I think
I played it maybe like once or twice, and I got over it. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Carry it over. Put that model in there. You had no problems putting it in. What is the issue that you couldn't put them in?
Let's rapid fire some of this chat, man. We were way up on the list. DR says they better add the entire NXT roster. They owe us that much. Supergirl says we can make them bring back these days by speaking with our wallets. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that is true. You got a point there, Supergirl. Zay says SmackDown 2 season mode was the best. Conrad over here saying like Spike. Let's spike those likes. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, everybody in here, make sure to like the video. It helps us reach a wider audience as well. So please, thank you. I appreciate all the support, guys. Winged, what's good? Until the universe is their main feature selling point in 2K25 this year, I am not buying. There's your answer. Look at Bobcat Lewis he says I am buying 2K25. See here, I'm trying to get
it's a case of FOMO.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some people that haven't gotten the comments yet. Blake, what's good, man? Will 2K25 be all about Bray Wyatt with the showcase and all that? I am really not sure, man. I'm really not.
We haven't heard any direction.
Yeah. Oh man, another super chat. Doc Hollow, what is good, dude? Thank you so much for that $4.99.
Man, you guys in the super chats. Yeah, God bless you guys.
Yeah, you guys are crushing it, man. Universe mode is my go-to mode. It's my understanding that they can't fix it because it breaks the entire game. I may skip 2K25. So universe mode is the go-to for just about, well, I want to say about 80% of the player base.
And I see the frustrations with it. Like online doesn't work as well. So universe mode is kind of your, you can keep going on and get in different directions. So I get the frustration. Universe mode should be a direction for them. If the coding is messed up, scrap it, do a new project. Because it got a lot of attention when it came in, and it's always been in the big attention for the last few years it's been in. So, if you're not going to focus on the online, then focus with your offline projects. You focus on putting match types. You focus on, sure as hell, on MyFaction. Universe mode, I don't play it as much. It does need some fixing or rearranging, anything. Scrapping it, new project.
Yeah, for sure, man. General. Is your flag waving in the background right there?
I think it's a fan.
I was like, I just popped you up full screen. Yeah. And I was like, is that waving?
Yeah, it's the fan that's on.
Right on, dude. That was epic. All right. Let's see here. I'm trying to get to these. Thank you so much, Doc, for that $4.99, brother.
Yeah, seriously, much appreciated, guys. Super chats are available if you want your comments read. You guys are awesome.
I'm trying. Listen, I'm trying to get to them, man. When we get to these discussions, we got to answer the questions too. So it's a lot, man. You guys are coming in hard with the support, man.
Yeah, we're trying to get to you. Trust me.
Yeah, Roger says I still haven't decided if I'm going to get WWE 2K25 yet. I'm going to try to scroll down, like I said before, and get some people that haven't really spoken too much. Mr. Alex says, the Pro Wrestling Shoot, if they want me to buy 2K25, they need to show the caw and say, in a way, body morphing is back. I don't blame you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, show off these features, because a lot of the times they leave us with unanswered questions. Even on the dev interviews that I put on, or other people will put on, like more people will put on the, like get Brian for an interview or whatever, but like even on those, like sometimes we have a lot of unanswered questions about what is and isn't in the game before we buy that. So it sucks. They show the showcase, they show the new match types, they show like certain things, but I never really see a full cost showcase. This year they had people from the community day, right? Like the content creators that went out to community day. They showcased a lot of the CAW features, or MyGM deep dive, or universe deep dive. Like, they don't really show it off themselves. That's what the content creators are for. So if for some odd reason I get invited to community day this coming year, which would be great, I would love it, I'm going to get as much video as possible, and I will be showcasing everything on this channel. Like, I will show everything from creator wrestler to whatever else they let me show. I know there's going to be like embargo dates. That's usually how it works, so certain days I can show whatever, but that will be released on this channel if I get invited to community day. That's not really, that's kind of up in the air, right? Like, I don't know what's going on with that, or I've never been to a community day, so I don't know how that works. But if it happens, you guys will have the info here first, man. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't, because it'll be on this channel for sure. So let me see here. Gamer Dad, what's good? Doesn't COD have two companies that alternate doing versions of the game? Seems like a good model to allow a company to not put a hurry up game on the market. Yeah, and that is a way that they could get two games out, right? Like two different games. I don't think that WWE will do that, or I don't think that they would be in the business of hiring two different companies to produce two different games like each year, like here's, 2K's version of WWE, and then we're going to switch back to EA, or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that would work.
And it's always the same thing. Like, oh, one gets cherished, the other one is garbage. It's always the same 2K, thing.
The sports. So sports is weird. They are in the business of owning and monopolizing a market. That is what it is. Like 2K basically monopolized wrestling video games. Like, that's what it was. EA monopolized football, right? Like Madden, that's their game. Like, you're not getting that away. Hockey, that's their game. MLB The Show, I do believe, is EA as well.
Yeah.
So it's like the sports genres are weird, and wrestling falls in that category. So I'm not sure how that would work.
And it's a difficult thing. Like, what, you said Call of Duty, but that's, that's more, it's not sports based. That one, you don't have to be realistic. You can put the most, junky thing in there, while compared to the sports based game, you want everything to match everything you see on television. And, it's just going to be it's going to be way off, different paces from one company to the other. Could they do that? I mean, it's a great idea, but I don't see it for a sports-based game, and I don't think, like you said, 2K has their name on there. They won't allow that.
Yeah. Joseph says, miss the superstar threads, just add color on the attires without giving up a cost spot. Yes, I agree with that too, for sure. Tech says, drop showcase and MyGM keep universe. Yeah, I mean, showcase and MyGM are the things that change every year, though. Like, the universe doesn't change. It's the same thing every single year. They're not even able to add anything to it. So I don't really know about like how we could keep that going. I don't know. It's just
Screw it. Let's just drop everything and brand new. There you go.
Brand new. Oh, I'd love that. I would love that. Just take it all out. Take it all out, except for like community creations and stuff, but take everything else out. Like all the game modes. See ya. Like all of them. Let's do something.
Sayonara. New. Yeah, get out there.
Thomas, it says, I'm gonna wait and see what is new in 2K25. I want create a story, create a finisher, new paybacks. I would like leverage pins be either be regular moves or as a payback. Let me see here. I'm buying WWE 2K25. I don't care what anybody says. He said, that's good, man. Like, if you want to get it. That, like I said, man, don't let us like make up your mind. That's why I'm posing the question. Like, what do you guys want? Like, this isn't me like telling you to buy or not to buy the game. I'm just trying to kind of feel everybody out and see where we're at on this. Like, how does everybody feel about the release of 2K25, knowing that you're probably getting a copy and paste job again? That's just where I'm at. But if that doesn't bother you and you want to just buy the game by all means, man. Like, don't let anybody stop you from liking what you like. Like, that's where I'm at with this.
You know, it's your money, then you're not being forced to buy it. I get it. Trust me, I get the frustration with the game, with the copy and paste and the rinse and recycle. Like, trust me, it feels like sometimes with the WWE booking, sometimes it's just the same recycle you do with the game.
Yeah. So Zay says, Jesse, and that's where the problem is. Whether it's 2K or WWE, they're not listening to the fans that play the games. You're not wrong. I mean, I can't even argue that at this point, you know. Javier, what's good, man? Is WWE 2K25 going to be canceled, or is it going to be SmackDown versus Raw 2K or 2025 game? The nostalgia in me would hope that they switch the name. Like, it's been years now. Like, do we need a 2K25, or can we just move on and change the name of the game? Like, I would be okay with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a change. Yeah, it needs a refresh look.
And no damn Naomi patched in. I hate you, 2K. Man, 2K, you got to put Naomi in.
If you want to put it in 2K, go back to WWE. They're the ones that sign the checks at the end of the day. Oh yeah, we'll pay the royalties. It's not a 2K call. It's not a 2K call.
Yeah, no, it's not. Jay Nitro says, with how good they've improved on the fire effects, I think the Inferno match will make its return to the game. Yeah, it could happen, man. Could happen.
Yeah, get ready for another button mashing game. Woo!
Right?
That's what it was.
Yeah. No, listen, I hear you, man. I hear you. Cube says, I'm sure it's been mentioned before, but they need to bump the superstar count in MyGM. Especially make a Royal Rumble where the GMs can pick their superstars to enter the Rumble. You're not lying right here either. Like, it's so frustrating that you have to. But what's cool about MyGM now, I don't know if you guys are regular players of MyGM, you can go in there and customize who you want to be able to pick, like who you want to show up in the draft. You can customize everything. Like, that's one thing that I do like about the draft is you can put as many people in there as you want. Yeah. So it's not about bumping the superstar count, because you can physically go in there and make a custom array of people. You can put them under legends. You can choose whether or not they're legends contracts, or they're just regular contracts, or if they're just inactive altogether, or if they're active in the draft. So you can choose whether or not like these people pop up in like, and how they pop up into your menu. I don't know if you are aware of that, but they do need to make the Royal Rumble a thing, definitely for MyGM. But I haven't even made it to the Royal Rumble yet, so I don't even know if you can play it or not.
Like, they put these power cards and this and that, like, oh hey, I invaded the show. Give me a damn cutscene. Do something like that. Come on. You know, like, oh hey, I went to invaded Raw and this person's off the show. Can you show me my, whoever I drafted went over to go kick their ass and make them off the show to piss off the gym? Give me something like that. Don't just, simulate it. Oh, well, this would happen. I would like a cutscene. Yeah, it's more dynamic today. Excuse me. VA Sean Taylor, showcase mode objective. Throw the opponent to the whole throw in the whole showcase thing. It's garbage. It's like, get rid of it. Scrap it. Like, I have to go look online, and I should know what, Southeast. I should know my general compass. But this is a horrible way to introduce this. Get rid of it. It's more of a force your closer to play this damn mode to get this and that. Why? Get rid of it. The whole slingshot technology crap, it's over. We've had this for so damn long. It's frustrating, NWO, WCW, NWO Revenge is still the best wrestling game. It's a classic one. I used to have it for the N64. I don't know whatever to do with it. I wish they would simply put GM and Universe mode together. That's what I said. Try to do a mixture of it, but Universe mode is just all over the place. It's like I said, get rid of it, change it, call it something else. WWE World, re-scrap it, and kind of merge both modes in, honestly. I put Liv and Dom together, and on commentary, they said, "What is Liv doing with Dom?" Yeah, and and that's another thing too. And I don't know how you would feel about this. I don't know if they would ever add like more. I know they add DLC commentary,
Like
but add some other
dynamic,
commentary.
like some dynamic commentary or something.
Yeah, just add something
They sure as
introverted
hell
into
don't care about dynamic pricing. I mean,
Yeah.
let's go
Oh
with that.
boy.
Like, damn. Super Friday 2K25. How can they cancel something that hasn't finished yet? So yeah, I do believe the title of this is, let me see, fans have decided to cancel WWE 2K25. Like that's the name of the title.
Yeah.
And that's because of all the comments that we're receiving constantly. I have about 2,000 comments or more on a video that has over 106,000 views right now. 106,000 views and growing. And the comment section is still blowing up every day. I'm not buying 2K25 until they fix this. I'm not buying 2K25 until they fix this. This is not happening. This is not happening. Go check the comment section on that video on here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's not the only video either. All my videos, I'm getting tons of comments that are saying that. So it sounds like the fans are canceling 2K25, at least from their wallet or their bank account. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But that's what it is, man. Blake says, Jesse, is 2K25 going to be fully dedicated to Bray Wyatt, or is that for 2K26? I have no idea. I don't have an answer on that. I think that they did the Bray Wyatt tribute this year, like with this DLC, everything that we got for Bray Wyatt
Fan
this year.
intake.
I don't see them doing a full game. I think James's prediction is probably the most accurate that I've seen. It's going to be a Bloodline featured game. Like, that's what I'm seeing happening. I do believe the Bloodline will be cover. There'll be the story. It'll be Bloodline filled, because that's the most popular thing in WWE right now. So,
don't get me wrong, we'll get another rigged 2K19 celebrity story of, oh, hey, you get to fight this wrestler at this show on a Titantron. They'll go through this crap again.
Yeah. My PWJ says, I hear y'all say y'all hate the stun, but it fits the game. Hey, man, you like what you like. Like, I'm not a fan of the stun, or I think that it should be incorporated maybe a little bit differently. But it's just one of those things.
06, 07 days, like, I don't mind a reverse fest. Go back to 2 buttons, by the way, mention that over and over. Just give me it where I, let me hold the select button like it used to back in the day for my stamina. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't give me the stun thing. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I get it. It's MyFaction that has interrupted a lot of things. If you have this badge, you can hit one person. If you hit a two hit combo, they're stunned. It does fit the game, but it's like, for how long? You're telling me that if I bump someone off the ropes, they're going to get stunned instantly every single time? Give me a break.
Mike says, body physics are a must. I want visible damage depending on what body part is damaged. UFC games. Yes. I agree.
Easily, yeah.
Super Friday. If Lola Vice is on WWE 2K25, I'm buying it.
She'll be in. She'll be on the main roster.
Damn. See, that's the thing, dude. We're gonna get fans too. Like, that's why I don't think that people will boycott WWE 2K25. Like, I don't see that happening because there's so many fans that buy this game based on an updated roster. Like, that's all they care. Like, just give me the roster. I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me. But that's what,
like Madden, that goes into NHL.
Yeah.
I've seen the frustration with those games. People still buy them. Whatever stop, people, I know people say, you can just simply stop buying. People will start buying still. It's not going to stop.
Byron Color says WWE has labeled Stephanie McCool, Julia, Delta, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade as the new 4 horsewomen of WWE. I'm sure they have.
They want to influence the NXT, and then this is where everyone says, oh, they need to put them in the game. And they probably will be in the game.
Yeah. Last of my kin says open challenges. Where did that option go? Like, I can't do open challenges when someone has a title and I want a mysterious challenger to show up for that challenge. Yeah, for sure, man. Like, that's just one of those things that needs to come back. Black Ghost says, I just want to create a story and the weapon physics from SmackDown versus Raw 2011 to return to the franchise. Yes, I want all of that.
Agree.
It's the GOAT. Can we fucking say that it's the GOAT now? Like, SmackDown versus Raw 2011 is the fucking GOAT, dude. Like, that is my favorite game. Like, go back and play that game and tell me you ain't having fun playing that shit. It's so unpredictable. There's so so many things that you could do within the game. The road to WrestleMania eats the fucking MyRise alive. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, everything about this game is so much fun, and you don't even have to go for a community creations. You don't even have to go for a universe mode, even though universe mode is in that game, but it's very bland. Like, you don't need it. You don't fucking need it in this game. It's so much fun. Like, go check that game out. I'm telling you, you guys would love it. It's the GOAT. To me, it's like the GOAT. Like, I know a lot of people are going to go back to like, here comes the pain and stuff. But to me, that, like, you ain't playing a TLC match as fun as you did in SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. It ain't happening. Like, you just are not going to have that much fun. Not only TLC, just like any hardcore match at that, slamming people on stairs, slamming people on anything, dude. Like, the weapon physics were just incredible, dude. Go back and check that out. Like, so Black Ghost, I'm with you, bro.
I agree with it. Yeah, I agree with it. It's, you know, you want to contribute to how it is on TV. You put blood in this game because it was a big topic, and then you tone down the weapon physics.
Yeah, I love that game
the
so
stack
much.
Table, like, why would you get rid of that? Like, when we get someone on the ladder, I toss them on the side. They go through 2, even 4 table spots. They've done it already in television, on pay-per-view. Incorporate that. Flames, anything. Weapon physics need to be in the game. There needs to be more, just more in general.
Tech says the fan base is male dominated. I only use female wrestlers when I'm forced to. So I personally, this year, I thought this was the more fun year to use female stars in the game, because I just felt like they were more dynamic this year to use, and it was a little more, I don't know, sped up a little bit. It felt a little better, but at the same time, I don't have fun using the female stars because they don't have any of the features that the male stars do, like blood. You know what I mean? Like, I can't use blood. And that to me, like, sucks, because once again, AEW fan, I love AEW. The women over there kill each other, dude. Like, they get bloody. It's a bloody mess over there on some of their matches. The lights out matches and stuff like that they have. It's just phenomenal. Like, those are the kind of matches I want to have in a video game. So it's like, if I can't do that, then meh, you know, that's kind of where I'm at. So it is what it is. But it was a rumor going around that AJ Lee might make another WWE run, possibly a story with Punk, kind of like Miz and Maurice. That I'm for it. I love AJ Lee.
I've heard Liv Morgan wants a challenge like that, so could be.
That'd be dope. Wolf Mode says, I've lost interest in WWE 2K. You're not alone, man. You're not alone. Blake says, oh wait, I already read this comment. I'm sorry. No, we don't know. We don't know. Let's see here. If it's women's showcase, watch, they give us 6 Trish Stratus, 3 Tori Wilson, 4 Jacqueline attires, 7 Lita attires, Jazz 5. They need to stop taking up space like that and put it under alternative attires. I agree. I agree with that. Nintendo 64 did it. Surely 2K can do multiple attires in one slot.
But we have the largest roster of all time. Stop.
Highest grossing gate of all time.
Oh, geez. Wait till they do this for the video games. Oh, geez.
When they announce that for WrestleMania this year, I'm going to throw up. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Stop.
Like, of course you have the largest grossing gate. Your cheapest ticket is $1,000 in the nosebleed section.
Yeah.
That is wild. That is wild, sir. I'm sorry. You're not. Nope. Not going to happen. I was going to go to WrestleMania this year.
I'm not a jackass. I'm not, no.
Yeah, not happening. Easy says they could fix the Undertaker 08 stuff with a better interface. The fact that they did all that just to let it go for getting big head the big head options for having his own pack. What a damn waste.
I think that was a WWE call. And they didn't want to
I love the Bray Wyatt pack. I'm sorry. I disagree with that. The Bray Wyatt pack is goated. I would much rather get the Bray Wyatt pack. He's more used than a Naomi would be for me personally. But that's just me. And I'm sure, like it was mentioned earlier too, like a male dominated game, right? So it's like, do people want Naomi more, or do they want like this new Bray Wyatt? I mean, what are you really going to pay for, right? So it just,
and don't get wrong, there is a fan base for that. I understand.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, we'll be in there. It's just who signs the checks at the end of the day. Who's going to sign the royalties? I wouldn't
want an old Naomi model. I know a lot of people were like, just give me last year's
model.
That's
the thing. And I know people will say, like, well, I just want her in. If you get the old model, they're still going to be complaining. You're not going to get what you want. Oh, they went with that model? Oof, I don't know. I think that's a rough move. So I get it. It's never a win-win thing, but the upper management, the upper company will say, yeah, we'll pay the royalties for that.
Lee Valentine has popped up in this chat, man. I didn't even see you. I'm sorry about that. She says, I'm buying 2K25. I never resist. Lee will be the first one eating the 2K page alive in Twitter, though, too. Day one of that game dropping, I promise you. But yeah, look, there are fans like that, though. Like, I'm a fan like that. It's not like I'm not going to buy the game. I get it every year. Like, I'm got to support wrestling games before all we have is Call of Duty, right? So, like, that's kind of how I look at it. But it's just unfortunate, you know what I mean, that we do only get certain things. So it's I need more than just a copy and paste job. I need these games to work, first of all. You know what I mean? Like, give me a game that works. Like, that's what I want the most. So it is what it is. We find some more the kid. I want a Ruthless Aggression 2K showcase mode. Imagine all the arenas and attires. Yes, that would be dope. That'd be dope. I'm down with it for sure.
Yep. You have two other companies that you need to address more: WCW and ECW. You don't address them like you used to anymore. Why?
Matthew Lopez says Motor City Machine Guns, if not in the base game of 2K25, better be the first DLC pack. Yeah, just like Punk, right? That's where I'm at too, because Motor City Machine Guns, I know these guys, 2K cannot resist but to put these guys as a DLC pack. You know they're not coming in day one, which sucks, but that's gonna be the case.
They have to be in there in some reference. They have to be in. The NXT, not everybody needs to be on the card, brother.
Jordan Grace just appeared on NXT. Not surprised. Not surprised.
Yeah, and I know people can say, well, if she doesn't make the game, what was the deal? I mean, if she's in, she's in. If she's not.
Look, even JCSJ says, I need to see some legit effort in improving the gameplay before I commit. For sure, man.
Yep.
Gabe says, on an unrelated note, how about Dom winning the #1 contender spot for the world title?
And I didn't really watch that Raw. I heard it was a dumpster fire.
I didn't
watch
Raw. I'm
not surprised he won. I think that storyline's overdone.
I don't watch WWE during Blood Money times. I'm gonna be honest, like, because I'm not.
I'm over this whole.
I'm not gonna watch Blood Money, so I'm not gonna watch that. So
I get it. They're doing it for the money. I get it. It's just.
I'll watch the highlights.
Just get this crap over with. It's a disaster. But that storyline, I mean, look. The point is, you're going to see Dom get his ass kicked. That's what fans want. He's not going to have no damn chance to get there. They'll tease it like, oh, he might win. I mean, I know people are going to be trolls. Oh, well, what if Goldberg gets it? Just stop right there. I don't need
WJB to see says, I wish Ukes and Konami would give us another Rumble Roses game. Yeah, a lot of people love that.
I've never played Rumble Roses.
I haven't either, but actually Lee Valentine was talking to me about it, saying that I have to play that. Like, so I might have to get that. Was it on 64 or 64? Sorry.
I think it's on PlayStation. I think it's like PS2.
Do they have it on Nintendo 64?
No, I think that was just PlayStation 2. I don't remember it on N64.
Let me know if it's on Xbox 360 or something. If I can get it on Xbox 360, I'll cop it. Ketchomania, he has been very, very vocal about his distaste for some of the stuff in WWE 2K25 or 24 anyway. And I'm with it, man. I fuck with it. Ketchomania says everything that costs them more money won't be in the game unless they are making money out of it. And this goes for every game in the industry. You've got your budget, and that's it. Yeah, that's. I mean,
what this whole, like, ever since MyFaction came in, this game is turning into a damn IKEA. Okay, you buy the product, you got to build it yourself, but you got to still spend more money, and then you get pissed off and rage. Sounds like IKEA to me.
Yeah. Yeah, Curtis says, bring back chain wrestling and squash matches, quick grapples, rather than having to lock up before doing every damn move. The combos and fighting stances need to go as well. Give us that 2K19 gameplay style. I agree. I like the gameplay style in 2K19. I also like the button configurations better in 2K19. I miss the trigger reversals. I know I say it every single damn week, but I miss them.
Give somebody in the back that has played the game, not someone that's there for a check. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So it is what it is, man. Yeah. See here, tech stun can be turned off. I don't usually I don't understand the complaining. I'm not really complaining about it. It's just not for me. I don't really care too much about it.
Doesn't seem realistic to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Will WWE update Curb Stomp and RKO? No idea on that.
I
would hope so, but yeah, I remember the whole fiasco with 2K16. Where are the horsewomen?
Jeez.
SVR 2011 is goated. Tech says SmackDown versus Raw 2011 is nowhere near as good as Here Comes the Pain. I disagree. Go back and play both of them. Until you have played both of them to this day, like, I'm not talking about your memories on them, because my memories of playing Here Comes the Pain 2 were goated. So it is what it is.
I think it's a soft toss up between the two. I think one was more goofy than the other. I mean, one was very glitchy.
SmackDown Here Comes the Pain was great. I'm not taking anything away from that, but I'm just saying nothing to me compared, like, nothing compared to those weapon physics, dude. That physics system in SmackDown versus Raw is goated. That was it made. I
think it's just like everything else in general. Like, yeah, you had the weapon physics, but then you had the goofiness from Here Comes the Pain. And I think that was the things. You had the backstage. You could fight in any room. You could fight in the gym and get a special up while riding the treadmill, the helicopter thing. Like, I think that was the wild factor to it. Like, it was like. It was wrestling, but it wasn't as realistic, but it was just goofy, and that's what got fans, hyped for it compared to 2011.
Listen, Here Comes the Pain is still a very, very fun game. Amazing. It's amazing. But go back and play SmackDown versus Raw 2011 and compare it to the other two. Like, I'm telling you, it's goated.
I think the story mode faction was great on Here Comes the Pain. It was just so wild. It was all over the place. I mean, that was the first one I think a lot of people fell in love with, besides like Revenge and all the 100%. Other games. But that one changed the whole landscape of wrestling.
Yeah, 100%. Conrad said Jesse and Deontay love SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Yeah, that's my goat, man. That's my goat. I will always defend that game. I don't know. JCSJ says, yeah, the stun is not that bad. It's just badly implemented. That's my thing too. I'm not saying to get rid of it. I'm saying that I just don't like how it's implemented. Could be better.
Another thing,
always room for improvement.
Yeah, another one. Jeez, the whole thing with reversals. It's so irritating when I make a reversal on someone and yet they're somehow to do a strike on me right away. Well, what was the point of the reversal? And then some of the reversals in the game look so wonky. It's the same one. I get you the suplex and it's the same crap. Oh, hey, all right, I got away from the suplex and I'm just gonna hit you right in the back of the knee. Change that up. Not every damn person does that. Ain't no 7-footer gonna go on a suplex and then just jump down and go after your knees. Like, give me something different. Implement it with the weight class.
My bird just freaked the fuck out there, dude. I had to mute my mic. That shit was crazy. SmackDown versus
he's looking at those MyFaction prices. What do you mean?
She gets mad, dude, at times. Like, she'll get pissed. Like, she wants to get out and like come in here. Like, I don't know. She's crazy. She always wants to be with us. Thomas says SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 was just okay with me. I prefer SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 and 09. When it comes to competitive play, I will say that 07 is goated. 09 is goated too for competitive play. Like, if I'm going online and I want to have like a good match that takes some skill to win, those two games goated. But when I want to have like, maybe I'm not coming off right when it comes to SmackDown versus Raw 2011. What I mean about SmackDown versus Raw 2011, what I love about it so much is that it implemented something into the game to where you can have different matches. You play a 2K today, there's only so many spots you can run before you say, we've done this. It's done. But you could set up different things in SVR 11.
Different scenarios.
It was just different every single time you played something, especially online when you're playing with your friends. I ain't never had so much fun than playing online. Like, I remember me and you would run matches, me, you, and Chris. We had other people running with us. We had a whole crew on SmackDown versus Raw 2011.
Yeah, it was wild. I think the thing with like 06 and 7 was that you had certain things that weren't not in the game, so you had to kind of create the dynamic in it. Like for stacked tables, there was a way to do it, and people implemented it online. And the online was working well. Obviously the 2-button reversals, that's where everything, that was the birth of everything. I don't know. That's where I grew up on, and I was very, very huge on online. You know, I cared about it a lot. It was, you know, you want to be competitive, and then you were just.
I was an online guy, still am. Like, if I can have like a good online game, like that's where I'll spend most of my time. Like when it comes to gaming, like if I'm spending my gaming time, that's why I keep going back to Call of Duty. It's like I got online to play. Like I can hang out with my friends, do that. Like I'm not having friends come over to my house to play MyGM mode.
And guess what? It's a new generation for the wrestling games, like we mentioned. It's more so the online is not a big deal anymore. That's just about the offline features of what you can do. Because a lot of people, I get it, frustrated. You get frustrated playing some of these games. Mm-hmm. You know, just certain reversals, or this doesn't time, or just the server in general will not load.
Yeah. Let's rapid fire some of this stuff. MJB says physics and animation seem to be at the top of 2K25's wish list. Let me see. I wonder if Julia, Stephanie McClure, and the Tongas and Motor City Machine Gun and Ethan Page, Lexus King, all etc. for I'm assuming DLC. Yeah, I think all of them will probably either be
Tongans, Bloodline. They're going to be in Motor Machine Guns. I would think Ethan Page.
I think Bloodline day one. Bloodline day one. I don't think that you'll have to pay for DLC on the Bloodline, but
Rocky Johnson, like I've said, Johnson, High Chief, Peter Malavia, they need to be in.
Do you think WWE would be better off with EA? No, I don't. I've said that multiple times. I don't think that EA is a good company at all.
It's just like, I mean, it's the same question. Would 2K be better off with doing UFC games? I mean, they both have their problems.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say something, but it'd probably get a... Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, you think MyFaction is bad now? Wait till EA takes care of it. Trust me, you're not going to like it. You think you're screwed now. 2K, don't worry.
Phony
EA
says,
will be with it.
Phony says, have a Roman Reigns 2K showcase mode for WWE 2K25 game next year in 2K25. King says, hi, they need to drop the old gen on the WWE 2K games, full next gen only, please. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's time. I definitely think
I would say the same thing, but it's something with the company saying, no, we want the money from the older consoles. I'm still wondering, and I don't know if anybody has any answers for this, of why EA went what NHL doing one console only. I'm still wondering why. What's the reasoning behind it? I mean, if 2K ever does it for wrestling, let's see what happens.
Cube says, I just want the weapons physics to be more impactful. Yeah, just give me the weapons physics that we had in SVR 11. Just give me those already.
Yeah.
If you get hit by a weapon, you need to sell it. Yep, that too. I agree. Mm-hmm. I agree. Let me get some people that haven't gotten to talk in here yet. Needs new gameplay engine and new entrance engine. Get rid of MyFaction. They'll never get rid of MyFaction, but I agree with everything else. Definitely needs to happen. Yes. Rumble Roses was the shit in the second one. I think he meant to say visual concepts. Needs to actually come up with concepts for sure. So Rumble Roses is on PS2 and 360. I'll have to give it a play.
It was on 360 as well.
All right, cool. Because I got the 360 sitting right here too, so I can play that and stream it actually. So that'd be
Game Shark.
Yeah, EWF, they need to work on the AI a lot. AI sliders for taunts. Each wrestler needs to feel different, and they need to know how to set up tables and other things outside of their respective matches. Yes, I agree. Curtis says, hey, Jesse, I missed what you said. Can you say it again if you don't mind? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm so far behind. So yeah. I agree. Bring back trigger reversals. It feels so much smoother, and I barely have to press down on it, unlike having to press on the triangle for sure. I know women did bleed in Day of Reckoning 1 and 2 in WrestleMania 19 game. Only shows the red screen that they were busted in the head, but no visual bleed. Yeah.
You'll never get the women bleeding. I just don't think so. I mean, I know it's been
not with WWE. They make too big of a deal of it.
You know what you'll get first before that? Maybe male versus female. Will they ever incorporate that? I don't know until you see it on television, because they haven't done it in years. This isn't like the No Mercy days where you can have like Mae Young beating the Undertaker's ass.
Yeah,
different times.
Ketchelmania says, I'm critical with 2K because I want to enjoy the game and them to profit. MyFaction, the way it is and the way it will be next year, is a big FU to the community that supported the game for years. That's a fact. That's a fact. No, and hey, I'm not blaming you for being critical either, man. I like all your fucking posts.
Great stuff, Ketchelmania. Yeah, and I don't, we're all critical.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's good to be critical, man. Like, you have to be critical, and people will chalk that up as like complaining about the game or whatever. You know, like if you love the game for everything that it is and all of its glory, then by all means, like that's great. I love that that you're having that much fun with the game. But for us old school wrestling heads over here, like we want some of the shit that we had in the old games to be brought back, and we want new things like incorporated into these games that would make it more representation for what you see on the television shows every single week. So that's kind of where we're aiming for. But I get it. Trust me, I'm gonna buy the game next year. Let's just throw it out there. Like I will be purchasing.
Someone's gonna have to review the copy and say it's good or it sucks.
I'm not even buying it just to review it. I'm buying it because I'm a fucking fan. Like that's
the. But still, they still need some feedback. Yeah, you know, feedback is always needed. I mean, if no one buys it, I get it. Is that the right? Yeah, you do that a job. If you don't want to work, you go on strike.
EWF says also, I think if universe mode is supported to be a fully controlled mode, we should be able to pick a winner of the match and still watch it. Universe mode is bare bones and still doesn't work. Yeah, it's a fact, man. It's a fact. Gruss says SmackDown Shut Your Mouth had the greatest story mode ever. The live draft multi-stories, including King of the Ring. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I need to go back and play that game too. That game is one of the underrated games too. I hated getting the
MyFaction
card and unlock.
I hate the get a card and then unlock.
Get a card, the glitchy dancing ref from WWE 12. Everything Pro Wrestling says best physics system for SVR 11. Forget 2K25. Bring back Crush Hour.
Hey, Crush Hour was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was not bad. I actually have it in the closet.
Facts, James. The reversal system doesn't make sense in terms of logic and taking characters' personas and weight classes.
Here, I got one for you, JCSJ, even for Jesse. You want the extreme style in the game. You do a chair shot. It's the one that you just bottom over the chair. What about the gut shot and then you hit them on the back? They just fall instantly. You don't even have that in the damn game. You can't even follow what's going on TV. They've been doing it for so long.
Dude, that has been like a thing that you see on TV forever.
It's the and then just hit on the back, anything like that, or and
I've never seen that incorporated. I don't think. I'm trying to think back to like, was that?
There's a bunch of other ones you could do. Game? Triple H hitting Vince on the back, and the sledgehammer broke. That was another one. I get it. You can't do headshots and that. Fine, that's whatsoever. There's so much they can incorporate into this. They just had, what was it? I think it was Drew McIntyre broke off the table leg and hit CM Punk with it. You can incorporate that. There was an old grapple that I remember, and I don't remember what year it was. The ladder's on the floor. You drag your opponent to it. You raise them, put them in, sandwich them, and then you smash it over and over. That was that one. Can you do the corner post one where you drag them and, you slide them for a low blow? I don't even know if that's in the game anymore.
I don't even remember it. No. I don't think it is. There's a lot that is taken out of the game, man. It's crazy. Yeah. Like me and JCSJ are going to be covering tag team in his future video. And like, I went back to play some of the games that had like really awesome tag team features. And I went to 2K24 to try to play some of them. And I was like, I didn't even realize this shit was gone. Like I knew it was bland, like tag team wrestling was bland in 2K24, but I didn't realize how bland it really was compared to games like
even the backstage
2011. It's crazy.
I think 2011 had like the backstage brawl ones, or maybe it was a different one. I don't remember. Where you had
2011 had a lot of tag team.
You had those crazy finishers where it would KO and end the match. You can't do that in a casket match. You can't do that in an ambulance match. It's very one dimension. You have to button match, and that's the only way you can win.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Ketchomania says, I get it. They see the numbers other games draw like Fortnite and that's their goal. Making money with less effort and less work. I don't see them changing their business model here. Unfortunately, like I don't see it either. Ketchomania. I really don't. Mike says, love listening to y'all. It's good to know I'm not the only one who thinks about this stuff. Just wrestling in general. Yeah. I appreciate that, man. First of all, like that's awesome. I'm glad that we can provide some form of entertainment over here on YouTube. And thank you guys so much for spending your time, your expensive time. I always call it expensive because time is money. And if you're spending it with us, man, that's There's
hey,
not
either
even
you
words.
spend time with us, or you're getting pissed off of MyFaction and throwing your money.
There's not even words to like describe how we feel about that. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Tech says UFC was better with the THQ company. I agree. I love the UFC games in THQ. Loved them.
Submission was a lot better nowadays with the WWE game.
At UFC 2 for THQ, that shit.
That was the one with the analog stick, right? You had to go back and forth, and
it was chasing. So good, dude. Like the floor game, like you had to master that shit, bro. Like it was so good, dude. That was back when I was training MMA too, so I was like doing jiu-jitsu.
Like, yo, you got to get this UFC game, yeah,
bro. I was so hyped when I seen like how the floor game worked in that THQ. I was like, dude, it's fucking so accurate.
It was fun.
Like,
even people had the goofy characters online. I'm like, someone doing a ridiculous Superman punch.
You know? It was fun, dude. It was so much fun to play that game. He says, and the worst thing is they just reuse almost every model and charge for them. Like, what new model do we get through MyFaction? Dom Mysterio. Yeah, like because we've already gotten.
What did you get for Dom? Oh, you haven't worn a mask.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Weapon grapples.
Can I get the entrance with it? They didn't do anything extra with it.
Weapon grapples need to return. Casey, hi. How's it going?
How's it going?
Welcome to the chat. Yo, I forgot Ukes was a part of 2K17. I just seen it. Yeah, Ukes was a part of the game until 2K19. Yep. 2K19, they were a part of that, and then 2K20 was the first time that Visual Concepts and 2K actually took control of it. So, Rumble Roses on 360 is backwards compatible. The original had a better story mode. Nice.
Female dominated game.
Lunatic looks good, man. He says, I'm late. No worries. I press like on all your videos. I'm busy, but better late than never. No, you're good, man. Thank you for showing up. JCS says, oh no, Rhea Riley has fell victim to the NXT parking lot. Dang. I thought just bring it was okay.
She was NXT. All right.
Okay. Hey, Jesse and James, I will be buying 2K25. I am too much of a wrestling fan not to. Yeah, definitely, man.
It's a case of FOMO.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
It's not a FOMO for me. Like for me, it's just like I'm so used to it at this point to where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get the game. Like
it's just like a Call of Duty. Like, do you get it? I mean, there was probably one Call of Duty I skipped on because it was so
I skipped like 3 years. Bad.
20, I know that was the last one I remember skipping.
I skipped 3 or 4 years actually on Call of Duty. 3 or 4 years I skipped that shit.
Yeah, I think I skipped Ghost, and then 2K20 was a disaster.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, like Advanced Warfare. As soon as Advanced Warfare came out and the jet packs were there, I was like, I'm fucking out. Like I
think of the games we skipped back in the day. Like Revenge. You had to grab Revenge and all those other games, but
they need to change the new attires.
You probably grabbed that one. Almost everyone did, and then it sucked.
Yeah, they need to. No, I actually didn't. I don't think I bought Backstage Assault. I think I rented that. They need to change new attire on stars in 2K25, 2K and 2K24, and have half the roster with the same attire from 2K23. The 2K series needs an overhaul, not a fresh can of paint. Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
For sure. Universe mode should be branching rivalries to keep the cutscenes fresh and more unique cutscenes. Yes, the branching definitely needs to happen. Like it shouldn't just be like, oh, hey, like this rivalry's done. So now, CM Punk's just moving on, doing random matches on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown or whatever. Yeah, I agree. GM mode needs at least 4 more weeks added to that. 25 universe mode can be swapped for Create a Story or Road to WrestleMania. 2K needs to look back at the games before they look over and cherry pick the best elements and implement them into the new game. I agree, Tech. They should. 100%.
I agree. What did they cherry pick on? Fight Forever. Cherry pick on your older games.
Yeah, absolutely. 2K25 has a lot to do to convince me. Sadly, it might be the same cycle of a lackluster game mode we love, like the universe mode, and less longevity that will lead to more wish lists we want for the next game. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what it is. MyFaction would be good if you could use any superstar and just had to win the match. Yes, I hate like that you're just so limited. Like, oh, you have to have this certain card to do whatever. Like, I hate that. I hate that factor. I've always hated that factor. It sucks. Yeah. JCS says, don't get me started on that submission gameplay in WWE. It's gas station bathroom trash.
Yeah, it is. Anytime you see a submission match on, you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's atrocious.
2K25 will sadly be copy and pasted instead of passion and innovation. Let's see here. Hi guys, Canada's Montreal's question. Hey, I appreciate it. It is official from WWE 2K. If it is, they should add more legends. Support the games. Yes, I love the legends. So I am pro legend over anything. Like I like I'm old school. So I
don't mind the criteria of like some NXT stars, but not every single one. I get it. The one they missed, I get it. It was a big dimension. It was, of course, it was what was it? 2 females and 2 males. But just give me like some older legends that we haven't seen in the games for years. I wouldn't mind seeing a Raven, like I said, Rocky Johnson, and them. They've never been in the video games. I don't mind some NXT people. At the end of the day, people got to still understand like it's not 2K's call. It's upper management. Who is paying those royalty checks? I mean, I can go back to who was it that addressed this one time? One of the wrestlers, I think with Neville, he wasn't in the game, and they said they didn't sign his royalty checks. They didn't want to pay for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple as that. If you want to complain, you can at Triple H, at WWE, whoever you want to.
Sometimes it's their choice, man. There's this comment right here, man. This is a fun comment to me. Fringed Globe says, is it just me or is fantasizing about the next WWE 2K game or any wrestling game for that matter more fun than the actual games? It is, because I think that it's like, for me, and I can tell with all of you that come into the chats every single week, for us, it's a passion project. Like, we want the best wrestling game possible. And the only reason why it's not as fun when we play the games is because they're always so limited and they always are missing something that we feel should be in these games. So that's why we have channels like this. That's why I created this channel for the fans. Like, we are a channel for the fans, by the fans. That's how I'm stealing Conrad's slogan right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send him some royalties now for stealing his tagline. But that's what it is, though. We're a passion project that, you know, we reach out to other fans of the franchise or wrestling games in general that just want better, dude. Like, we want better, and it is fun to talk about them. Like, I have a lot of fun talking about the what ifs in WWE's next game, or AEW Fight Forever 2, or even, you know, like the Wrestling Code, or what's the other one, UPW, Ultra Pro Wrestling. Like, I'm excited for UPW. As a matter of fact, I get frustrated every time I see them tweet, because I'm like, dude, just fucking tell me something new about this game. Like, I'm ready to play it already. Like, I want to play something else. So that's just where I'm at, man. It's a passion project.
Yeah, I would say with the comment that was said, I think for the company standpoint, I don't think you want this kind of conversation. The game barely comes out, and you know, it has glitz and glamour for about a month or two, and then you start talking about the next game. You don't want fans doing that right away.
Yeah,
like, you want some positives in this. Like, okay, I can understand maybe half a year goes by and you start talking about sure, but the frustration with this game, I think it took 2-3 months, and it was already frustration, and you're already talking about, well, you know, what about 25? What about 26? That's not what you want. I don't think they want to see that as a PR thing from your fans. Like, oh, hey, like, we've been talking about this, like the Pat McAfee thing. When that came out, that was nothing but badness, and they had to just, for some reason, go off and have Pat like, hey, you know, let's just throw it back at them, bad shade.
Yeah.
And guess where it went? It led nowhere. It got a lot of fans pissed off, and I get it. They wanted Pat to play that role just to tell everyone, you know, it's insulting the gamer's intelligence to do that.
Yeah.
Is it fun to talk about it? It is, but we're doing it as a frustration, if you more so think about it.
They could shut down Showcase for MyFaction, put actions you had to hit during the matches in order to get the unlocks. So yeah, MyFaction is not going anywhere, for one, but to bring it back, to circle back to like Ketchomania, when he was saying, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to go anywhere. This is going to be their business model. Like I said, there could be a better way of implementing that business model. People are not going to fucking spend $200, $300, $1,000 on personas every single year. It's not going to happen. This is the first year you got people. I think if you implemented the same system next year and expected people to pay that kind of money to get those cards to have a persona model, I don't think it's going to be as successful as it was. My suggestion is just to put these personas on the market as a DLC. You know what I mean? Like, you have the option to either try to pull them in MyFaction, or you can just buy them outright as a DLC pack. You know what I mean? Like, later on down the line. But be transparent with your fan base and let them know when you're releasing that kind of shit, because that's what needs to happen. So
alternative way I've seen this, like, okay, they do the required card thing. Just do it as, okay, you want VC, you want MyFaction points. If you have this required card, we'll give you extra points. If you want to follow anybody, you get a standard bonus. That's it. And then, of course, if they want to follow the Fortnite model, you get it for the badges, you get it for this and that. I just want the damn card. Just put it for sale. That's it.
Yeah.
Because the problem with the game, I get it. They want MyFaction play, but don't put a forcer that you have to do it that way. That's not the way to get. That's not the way to do it. Then why do you think we have so much friction with showcase mode? Why do you think? Oh, if you want this character, I paid $120. Why do I have to play this mode? Just like if you want me to play MyFaction, why do I have to play it to get that card? Just let me buy it so I can go on my merry way.
Yeah, that's usually how a business model works, though. Hopefully something inspires Virtual Concepts, even with Brian Williams on the team, to come up with the game that at least shows the community matters and not the dollar. So Brian Williams is not the guy that like puts prices on things or anything. None of the game devs have that kind of decision. Let's just throw that out there, right? Like, this comes down to 2K, Visual Concepts, like the higher ups, like the devs, like they're just in there putting in features that they try to incorporate every single year. Like, it's not like they're like, all right, hey, this is a feature that we can put in the game, but then we can charge this. Like, it's not how it works. It's just not how it works. But Cube says, let's see if they add the WWE music that needs to be in, like all of it. DX music, anyone? My Time, Triple H?
Yeah, I know.
Love to see that, man. Gruss says, we need the new AEW game with Ultra Pro Wrestling development team behind it. The UPW engine with the AEW license is an instant classic. Yeah, it could be. Could be. I think I would enjoy it for sure. I wish UPW and Neckbreaker would combine resources to compete with 2K rather than the whole we're going to do it ourselves, pull resources and make a great game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, James, I love what you said. MyFaction points earned on Universe mode, GM, and other modes, not just MyFaction. Oh, Crush, Chief J, Strongbow, Tatanka, Wild Samoans are legends that need to be in 2K25.
Yeah, move it around. You don't need to play one mode. You don't. It's already ridiculous enough how to try to earn points and this and that. Yes, I understand there's people that do have a dedication, and can it be done? It can. But who the hell's going to sit there for hours? Let's be real.
Yeah. Tech says the amount of people who complain is nowhere near the amount of people who buy the game. The majority don't complain. So I'm in like 20 different 2K Facebook groups, like 20 different Facebook groups I'm in, and all I see is complaining about this game from that. YouTube, all I see in the comments is complaining. Twitter, all I see in the comments is complaining. Instagram, all I see in the comments is complaining. So where's the people that buy the game that don't complain? I guess is what I'm asking.
Not everyone just listens to the internet. I mean, that's just how it is. They don't care. They'll buy it because,
yeah.
And I'm not saying it's wrong. You can buy it. If you like the game, you like the game.
Yeah, no, and it's great. Like, if you love it, you can't say that this game ain't flawed, like, for sure.
No,
there's flaws in every fucking game mode.
I think it's more
model,
so, like I said, the older
everything.
Generation that will complain. The newer generation, like I said, the little Timmies, they don't care. They'll buy it because it's a fear. It's a case of FOMO.
Yeah. Let me see here. Honestly, even though I like the direction it's going in now, I think the best way the series could have went is just to keep the simulation style like WWE 2K19, but add more interactive arcadey elements. Yeah, I like. Look, there's a lot of people that are like split on that 2K19 compared to like the gameplay now. Like, I've seen a lot of people say that they really enjoy the gameplay now compared to 2K19. I am a 2K19 guy. I liked the button layout better. I like the gameplay better. I do like the speed more now. I think the speed is better in 2K24 compared to 2K19, but that's because I've played both of them recently and I know how the speed is. But there are some elements in 2K19 that I really wish would be brought back. You know what I mean? But there's elements from every game that, it's like every year there's something in there that you at least like, that you want to stick around. So, that's just how it is. Ketchelmania says, don't underestimate the so-called whales. They do put thousands of dollars into packs. And if 2K is doing MyFaction 25 like 24, you know that this is a lucrative way for them. DLC will never match the profits from MyFaction. That's you're not lying. Not when it comes to like the VC sales for sure. Like it's gonna drive a wedge between them and their fan base at the end of the day. Like it's going to get people to it's going to prevent them from wanting to buy the next game. I'm not saying that they won't. I'm just saying it's going to have some like bitter feelings for sure with their audience, and that sucks. But that's, it is what it is. Like there's a comment right here, Gruss, the whales ruin GTA Online. So the shark cards, that's another thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
But what's better about GTA's Online with the shark cards is you get what you pay for. There's a difference.
You don't have to go to a damn obstacle
in MyFaction. You're gambling. That's what it is. It's a fucking gamble at the end of the day.
It's more so pay to get possibly you can buy packs and you might get the card. It's not a guarantee. This, hey, you already get your million. I don't understand why, if they, like I said, if they want to follow the Fortnite dimension, just put it up for sale. Or if I don't want to buy it, you can give me the challenges. Give me that alternative. If I get tired of doing the challenge, let me just buy it straight up. You want my money at the end of the day. Do you not? Okay. You want me to play the mode? That's where I think they have the discretion. They want you to play the mode to get the card. And that's where they don't want just people buying the microtransactions. And that they need to pull away from. Invest me enough to play the mode where I don't have to spend the money. And if I don't like it, then at least you give me, I'll buy it straight out.
The problem with 2K this year is I feel like they deprived everybody from actual content from any other game mode that wasn't MyFaction. MyFaction was the only content that was provided all year long, so it kept people playing MyFaction. Like you can't tell me that they didn't put all their focus into this one game mode, because that's where the majority of the focus went. You know what I mean? Like
that's their bread and butter. That's their money.
Yeah. So before we wrap it up, man, I need to know, anybody going to WrestleMania this year? I'm just trying to figure out which one of my fan base is rich or not. You know what I mean? If you're loaded, let me know. Like, y'all going to WrestleMania this year in Vegas? Let me know who bought tickets. And if you didn't buy tickets and you were thinking about it, how mad are you at these prices, this dynamic pricing that we just found out about WrestleMania 41 in Vegas? It's out of this world. If you haven't seen it, go on Ticketmaster, take a look for yourself. The ticket prices are no lie, man. $15,000 for both nights. So you're paying, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. You're paying $1,250, like what is it, like $750 a night? So it's
plus the fees and all the other crap. It's
$650 now, whatever.
I don't want to hear the BS comments of, well, this kind of prevented scalping. Yeah, okay, sure. Oh, let's just do 2-day nights. But you just said you don't want to cut fans out of this, but you're doing 2-night only. I don't have that much money, but I have a damn brain, and I'm not going to be logical with me, Yeah, no,
I would never pay that much for any show.
It's ridiculous.
Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. Right. One of these days I'm gonna bust, like, so behind me I have like a ticket thing of like all my tickets. They're all like in a case. I'd have to really dig this out, but I have 2 WrestleMania tickets in there that that were both paid for. Show you the price, both in the 100 sections. No more than $100, dude, for both of those tickets. I'm going to show you the price one of these days. I'm going to get in there and get the tickets out so I can show you what I paid for WrestleMania 19, what I paid for WrestleMania 24. Well, actually, I didn't pay for WrestleMania 24, but the price is on there. What they paid, THQ at the time paid for WrestleMania 24. It's insane. Spencer says, make the Persona cards editable, like being able to add or change attire, like being able to add Punk's t-shirt with CM Punk 10, SES, and masked, because Punk always came to the ring with a t-shirt. Yeah, that's true.
This is what I would say about the whole, like, you can't edit certain miles because of like the likeness and and all that. If it's online, leave it alone. Let the person do whatever offline. If it's an online, I think it's a whole different ballpark. Offline, I mean, is it really that big of a deal to edit on a t-shirt or changes someone color of their hair? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you did that with the music. Hey, you can't play this music offline, but you can play it, or you can play it offline, but you can't play it online. It worked like that.
And complaining is only complaining when the other fans want to ignore its problems. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
You know what worked? And I know this was obviously not for a wrestling game, but of course, when Cody got bumped off for The Rock, guess what? They complain and complain and complain. It worked. You know, you got to put your voice out there. You have to.
Yeah.
It worked for a damn multi-millionaire company. You can do it for a video game.
A Tony Hawk size soundtrack would be sick, and have the song selectable and interest themes too. Tech says, I'm just saying it's a vocal minority. The game sells millions. The game doesn't sell millions like you think it does. The game is fucking free right now. Like, it takes like 4 months and then it's free somewhere. Like, that's crazy. So just think about that real quick. It's literally on PlayStation. You can get it for free right now. You can get the whole game for free. Like, I'm surprised it's not on Game Pass yet. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, those type of games, like, it doesn't sell as well as you think it does. Now, NBA 2K, that sells millions
because that's a bigger fan base.
That's their bread and butter.
Worldwide wrestling. I mean, it is worldwide, but not as much as you think. Yeah, you sell it on what? 4 different consoles and PC.
Yeah.
So the numbers have dwindled down. They have said that. That's why they always have to bring. This is the biggest roster. They have to do the cheapness in it.
It's not the biggest roster. Triple H mentions the Triple H mentions.
Yeah,
moves.
Their numbers have gone down, so that when you see the numbers go down, they decide, let's incorporate maybe MyFaction to see if it draws anywhere. And there's people that are spending mortgage payments. You have people paying for WrestleMania tickets, which, hey, if you have the money, you have the money.
Moves and finishers need to be impactful, like Here Comes the Pain or SmackDown versus Raw 06. The greatest thing 2K14 was custom entrance music. Yeah, that was, well, Xbox 360. So I know a lot of people you used to be able to like download your CDs into the game console, and that's why custom music was a thing. But you can't do that now. You can't do that to the next gen. So you can't download the CDs. They need to integrate like a Spotify or Apple Podcast, something like that, or not Apple Podcast, but Apple Music and Amazon Music, stuff like that, for custom music to be a thing again. Hey Jesse, I hated the pin system from 2K19. Please, 2K, don't bring that pinning system back after the AJ Silver sucked.
Okay, see, I didn't know. I heard people like the AJ Silver and gold crap, but
Conrad's putting the gambling shit. I would also like more of a focus on heel face in universe mode as far as actions go. The baby face shouldn't be attacking unless they were attacked the week before, etc. I agree with that.
I agree.
JCSJ says Rob Van Dam is on NXT.
I wonder why. Oh, you have an ECW show.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Huh?
They forgot Punk came to the ring with a t-shirt, everything, and gave him the correct Trons for this fire burn. Same way. Hey, listen though, the Trons, they've already announced that was an issue for them. I'm just happy that they put the music in there for CM Punk like that, because I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought we were getting cult of personality with these versions of Punk, and it just wouldn't make sense at all. But paying $70 to $120 for the game is for a card game is wild.
Yeah, and you know where they got the idea from Supercard, because there's a big fan base for Supercard. I
Huge
played it a long time ago, and eventually I got over it.
Yeah,
I didn't pay no money off of it.
Yeah, there is a huge base for that. You pay enough for these Persona cards, at least let me edit them. The gambling aspect of MyFaction is horrible. Some type of legislation should put a stop to this. You should be able to get what you pay for. I agree.
100%.
Ketchup says, I'm rich, but I do know the value of money, and WWE's asking too much for this. I'm good. He's talking about WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania. Great. I get it, but it's not the damn Super Bowl. It's not the FIFA World Cup. You're charging ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Las Vegas.
Gruss says, I've been to 10 different WrestleManias. Tickets were reasonable back then. They screwed the fan base 100%.
Don't get me wrong. And I know Triple H is waiting for the announcement of, hey, WrestleMania. Yeah, you guys want a 7-night, deal? You get to go to Raw, SmackDown, NXT. You also get a Hall of Fame show. We'll even throw some random ass show in there. Oh, and then you get 3-day WrestleManias. Oh, with NXT involved. They'll do some crap like that.
So if that was the case this year for those prices, I don't think I would bitch as much, but you're only getting WrestleMania. You're not getting Raw. You're not getting NXT. You're not getting SmackDown. You're not getting Hall of Fame. You're not getting none of that shit. That is all separate. That's wild.
And this is the thing. Like, okay, they don't factor in. Not everyone is from Las Vegas. They don't factor in everyone's, your flight, your hotel. They don't factor all this. They're like, well, you get the tickets, you pay this much, like the people that paid, was it 15,000? Because I know someone did. Are you going to get $15,000 worth of wrestling out of this? Probably not. Probably not.
Never, dude. So think about it this way: if you're going with two people, you just spent $30,000 for 2 nights of WrestleMania.
I went to 39 last minute. I got it for $700. That seat that I would get in Vegas, it's probably at least triple. That's ridiculous.
Listen, paying $30,000 for a WrestleMania, that's the price of a car. Like, you got me fucked up, bud.
And there's no single tickets.
Never in my life.
What the hell is that? Like, you say you don't want to cut out fans, but you're not putting single tickets out there.
Even if I had the money, I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't just.
No, I wouldn't. It's Las Vegas.
I'm saying even
it's Las Vegas. I would put it towards something else.
I'm saying even if I had fuck you money, I would not do that. I would not. Because all you're doing is fucking the market up for wrestling fans. Like, that's all you're doing by
you're telling fans to buy tickets. You have Big Mark, who did a Triple H, sing along with his song, and he's asking them, "Hey, can you guys give me the WrestleMania?" Yeah, because he don't want to pay those damn prices. No, who the hell does?
Yeah. MJB says those ticket prices for WrestleMania, we've been finessed by WWE for WrestleMania for sure. Exclusive content is the same as guaranteed money. They know that they're going to make the money, so they don't put any effort into it.
At this rate, here's the thing. When we went to SummerSlam in that same arena, it was what? Maybe half the arena was full because of certain times. They might just get that with these damn prices. You think somebody from England or Germany is going to pay those prices, and they got to fly, and they get to get the hotel?
Fun fact.
That's ridiculous.
Normally, we have Allegiant over here. I have a small airport in my town. Otherwise, I'd have to go to Seattle or Portland. Those are the big airports around me. I don't even think Spokane's airport is that big. So normally for Allegiant to get to Vegas, it's $100 round trip, 130, like $140 Vegas round trip. I checked for that weekend for WrestleMania. They want $800 round trip. So now I'm spending another $800 just on flight. Granted, like if I could afford the WrestleMania tickets, I would just say, fuck it. Like I don't even have to spend hotel or nothing because my sister lives in Vegas. I can just
know the hotel prices because I looked them up. We were just curious as well. They're about, I think the cheapest was like $3 something that week, and that's per day. You know what the cheaper alternative is? Go to an Airbnb. It was a lot cheaper. Found some for like $100.
Well, there you go. No, I'm saying I wouldn't have to do the hotel, and I honestly wouldn't even do the flight. Like the drive is 12 and a half hours away, so I could just drive that. Like I drive to California all the time like that, so and it's more time to get to California. So to go to Vegas 12 and a half hours, I would just make the drive. I wouldn't even spend $800 in gas to go. Like, yeah, it's crazy what they're asking. Jose says, what you guys think about having WWE Survivor Series mode gameplay for 5 legend packs, Paul Orndorff, Don Morocco, JYD, Rocky Johnson, Bob Orton as an update, but we pay for the pack. I'm cool with it. I like the option, so I don't mind paying for the packs as long as they're reasonable prices.
As long as I get what I want, I don't have to do some obstacle course to get around it.
Yeah, agree. Kyle says, please add all the Persona cards within WWE 2K24 to the card market, please, so we can just purchase them for those of us who are missing some. I agree. They will be there eventually, I'm sure. First time 2K24 been free too. Yep, that's true. Mm-hmm. Is 2K25 changing DLC to MyFaction game to unlock everything? I hope not, Ryan.
If that was the direction, that's it. I'm out.
Yeah, I'd be out too. I don't think I could do
they'd
that.
Be stupid to go that direction.
Brandon, that's where they're breaking record gates also, major contributing factor. Yeah, because their fucking prices are skyrocketed. Well, WWE is robbing people out here.
And not to mention your lion attendance. Like, are we really calling Stu from the concession stand?
Yeah.
Come on.
No wonder the MyFaction stuff is expensive. Look at the WrestleMania prices. It reflects the product. That's true.
Yeah.
Spencer says, Jesse and James, did you get the PD Randy Orton 09 Persona? Yes, I got it. I don't know if James did.
I did not, and I'm not spending my money. So no.
I actually got lucky on the Money in the Bank packs, so that's why I already had that Jey Uso. So that one I actually didn't have to spend any money for. So I got that one. He also says, I meant, will 2K25 put DLC cards in my faction mode? I meant. Devin says, do you think we could see the TNA Impact Wrestling stuff on the Peacock like the old episodes and old pay-per-views? I doubt it. That's like if WWE, if TNA was to come to a deal with them, then yeah, sure. But WWE doesn't own TNA. So they're not going to just buy them a network or anything like that. You know what I mean? So NXT was literally on fire tonight. That's good, man.
Yeah. You got to boost up for the AEW or the ECW show. You got to do something.
WrestleMania, you might as well get a package deal. I went to SummerSlam in Cleveland because I'm in PA, but we got an Airbnb and used a rental vehicle. So 4 of us pitched in for the past year. That's good, man. It's good. It will be cheaper.
Except SummerSlam is not 2 nights. That's the thing. I mean, it will be now, and I think that's the route they're doing because they say that, well, it's to prevent scalpers. It is, but it's like, I get it. Everyone wants to watch the show, but not everyone can attend to go to 2 shows.
Nah,
it's ridiculous.
It's not worth it, dude. I would take my beautiful wife on a vacation to the Bahamas or something for that price before I go to WrestleMania. Like, not paying that kind of money for wrestling. I'm sorry. Gruss says it will be cheaper for a weekend at AEW All In Texas than WrestleMania, and Six Flags is across the street. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get James to do. Like, that's honestly what I want to do. I'm serious about going to AEW All In. I'd like to get floor seats for All In. Preferably like the first 3 rows. That would be really dope to experience that in Texas at a stadium. Yeah, look, I'm an AEW fan, dude. So I would definitely pay for that. It would be so much more affordable. They're like $500 for floor tickets for them. So yeah, absolutely. That would be the way to go. The same Randy Orton 09 that was free in 2K23. Yeah, yeah, facts. Hey, Jesse and James, I'm watching WrestleMania on Peacock Premium. I can't say that word. No amount of gin and juice will compel me to buy those tickets. Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. Listen,
it's the dynamic era, the sentiment era. My ass. Now it's the dynamic pricing era.
Listen, everybody that tuned in tonight, man, just let me know in the comments section, will you be buying WWE 2K25? Make sure to like this video so that way it reaches more people. That's all I ask. Comment after the stream is done and let us know if you're going to be buying WWE 2K25. That is the whole purpose of this stream. I want to see what you would like to see. Like, if you want to leave extra comments like, hey, they need to do this in order for me to buy the game, then great, add that comment. But until then, man, follow us everywhere at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Definitely check out our Twitch because we're going to be gaming over there a lot, like different games, not just WWE or wrestling games. Like, I want to game all the shit that I like to play. So if you want to come over, hang out with me at the Pro Wrestling Shoot on Twitch, that's where to find us. We're going to try to grow that platform up a lot more this coming year because I will also be streaming WWE over there as well. But the more monetization we can get for the brand of the Pro Wrestling Shoot, the better. So if you want to support us, it's a free way to support us. Definitely go and follow us over there or on Twitter at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Yeah, we'll be here next week, same time, same place. For myself, for James, have a great week. See you next week right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot.